What's up, people? Y'all know what it is. As people come in the room, I will do this quick introduction, and we can get my man Sean Prez in the game. It's gonna be a good night tonight, guys. I got a good feeling about tonight. It's gonna be a good night. We're gonna have a good podcast. What's up? Shout out to my line brother Lewis, who still hasn't sent me my picture. Shout out to my line brother Lewis, who still hasn't sent me my picture of the little boys playing basketball. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Lewis, you so whack. Anyway, yo, what's up, y'all? It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everybody. It is the Boys Club. It is Rich Dollars. It is Sean Prez. We are about to have a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you love what we do every Wednesday, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm about to bring my guy Sean Prez in. While I do that, send this live to all your friends and tell them we about to be lit for the next, 2 hours. I feel like, is my lighting on today? I don't know about my lighting. Antoinette. What's up, Antoinette? Prezzo.
Rich, what up?
What up, my guy? Okay, my light was too bright, I think. That's too bright.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you got nice lighting over there, Rich. Good job.
Is that too bright?
Nah, you look good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you look good. Rich, what up, son?
Ain't nothing, man. Slow motion. Ready for another Wednesday night. You know how we do.
All right, done deal. Shout to remember Joel? Used to work on the street team?
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
to Joe. Yeah, shout to Joel. Shout to my boy Zeddy Will. Zed, what up?
They in the building?
Yeah, they in the building.
What's up? What's up?
I am
What's up,
Joe
James?
Paul. My guy Joe Paul's in it. Yo, Rich, can we please do his podcast, please?
Joe Paul. I didn't even know you still wanted us to do the podcast no more. It's been so long. But yo, yes. The Boys Club will do the Joe Paul podcast. Let's get it popping for sure.
We hold it, Joe Paul. We hold him, Rich, to those words. We doing your podcast, brother.
Yes, hold me to it.
Rich, let's get into it quick. I know Rich gave a quick intro, but I'm gonna do it again for anybody who just joined in. Rich Dollars, Sean Prez. We are the Boys Club. Wednesday nights, every single Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. This is real relationship talk from real men from a guy's perspective. So please, like Rich said, tag your friends. Let them know if you love what we're doing. Tag your friends. Tell them to jump in the conversation. Okay, Rich, I got a couple of things that I want to go over with you, okay?
Okay.
First, I'm gonna put this out there. We don't have to spend a long time on it. Sierra, she previewed a song. Did you hear a song? Okay. Internet lit Sierra up. Sierra dropped a song that pushed the whole independent woman lifestyle. Get out there, do your own thing. Don't need a man. This, that, and the third. And girls went nuts. What is your thoughts on her even pushing that message, considering she's married to a multi-millionaire dude?
First of all, I can't get, okay, so I have two trains of thought. I'm going to keep it quick. I'm not mad at Sierra. We in the music industry, me and you've been doing this for years. There's this thing, and people need to understand, there's this thing is called copycat. If you see something out there and it's working, then people usually do the same thing. If there's a narrative out there and it's working, people usually will try to follow that narrative. In this day and age, it's a lot of independent women. It's women making their money. It's women doing their thing. All she is doing is trying to tap into that. Not remembering that her man has publicly just signed a contract for $200 million and some change. And the same women that she's trying to cater to was like, yo, hold on, mama, we not the same. We not the same. Like, I'm out here grinding and getting it, and you are literally married to Russell Wilson, the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. So with that being said, she missed the target. She missed the target badly. And you know I love Sierra, but CC, you missed the target badly. And, you know, that's all I can say. I'm not finna bash her because Sierra was successful before Russ.
She was.
Successful before, she had a music career before Russ, and she could have been talking about her life previously. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna make a big deal of it.
Okay. I'm gonna make a big deal.
Oh shit! Of course you are.
I'm gonna make Rich. That is the wackest, wrongest, definitely not beneficial message to be sending. Independent woman bull crap. You don't need a man bull crap. While you home making babies with your multi-millionaire husband. Like, here's the deal. You said the industry is copycats. How about being a trendsetter? Ciara is goals. You did it. You bagged not just a superstar, soon one day going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, multi-millionaire husband, but you got kids with him. He accepted your kid from your previous ex. Girl, you did something right. So instead of telling the world you don't need a man, be an independent woman, show them how you got Russell Wilson. Like that. If you really want to, like, forget what do you call it? Being a copycat, be a trendsetter. Do you know she will have way more women buying her albums, supporting her, streaming her music, if she showed them the blueprint? Here is what I did to get this man, whatever, to get this man, and this man don't cheat. This man claims me. This man took my kid and made it his own. I can show you how to do the same thing, but instead you're going to follow the old recipe and put all that independent women out. When you going home to a 16,000 square foot house, when you going home and you got nannies and chefs and this and that and the third, and from the outside looking in, you actually got a husband who loves you. I think whatever was on her mind when she made that record, she missed the target by 1,000 feet. Like, she really missed the target on that. And it's unfortunate because I'm such a firm believer in being true to who you are, being as authentic to who you are as humanly possible. If she would have just spoke her truth, Ciara would have a whole new fan base musically. She got a fan base in terms of her life, but musically, she's trying to get back in the game. I think she sent the wrong message, and I'm happy that women, not dudes, women,
that's the key.
Gave it to her.
That's the key.
Gave it to her.
That's the key. Because if men had did that, if men had started this hate train, it would have been, you hating ass nigga, you da 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 da. But because women did it, that's why I said she missed the mark. But I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. But I just feel like that record, that her record is not a motivational record, Sean. Like her how to keep your man, like, I'm Ciara, what you want? I got the bomb. Like, how does that record go? Like, I'm Ciara, I got some bomb ass box.
Rick, we do a show every Wednesday night, and we got people who log on religiously, who send us DMs, who like legit respect what we have to say. You know why? Because we're telling our truth as men, through the mindset in the eyes of men. Women appreciate that. Men appreciate that. Nobody could be mad at your truth, kid. Nobody. She did it. She won. Show me how to win. Like to me, that's one of them. She's CB4. Like, that's gusto. You coming straight out of Low Cash, a crazy mother after name Gusto. Like, she is CB4 right there. Like, this is crazy, son. Hell no. I don't want to hear that from her. And is she sitting up in the lap of luxury with a nigga who actually claims her? She ain't in the back.
So here's another question, and we can leave it here. Do you think Ciara at this stage, career-wise, movement-wise, living a good life? Do you think that record was based on her insecurities about where her career, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much money she got. I don't care how much money Russ got. I don't care how much he's invested in that with the children and all of that. And he adopted baby Future and all that good shit. She's still Ciara. So at some point, her ego is gonna kick in. It's gonna be like, damn, I ain't had a record since Goodies. Like, I got like, my shit ain't moving. Like, maybe it's her ego that made her do some independent shit. Like, maybe it just came from a place of insecurity. Like, I'm trying to defend this girl because I really do.
Why?
Like
Why?
Because I like Ciara and I've been around Ciara.
No. Because that is what makes me and you in this show what it is, versus all these niggas out here telling chicks what they want to hear. They telling chicks what, and exactly. They telling chicks what sound good. Now, and we can end it here, Rich. You talking about with all the money Ciara got, this, that, and the third, and all the accolades. You think she got more money or accolades than the queen? Do you think she got more money or accolades than Beyonce? And guess what? At the top of Beyonce's game, you know what she was singing? Cater to You. Dangerously in Love. Beyonce was putting it out there, her truth about her man. She wasn't holding no punches. And guess what? It made women love and respect Beyonce even more, Playboy. Live your truth. All this crap with it. If I was you, I don't know if Ciara your friend or what, but Ciara is off on that, and I'm gonna tell you, to me, that's a whack message to send out to the world, especially when there's so many young girls out here who never been in love, who never got a man to wife them, who been in relationships and come to find out they man is in a whole other relationship. Nah, kid. Like I can't support that, and I'm so happy women gave it to her.
All right, well, you're right. I'm wrong. Cece, you missed love. I'm sorry, sis. I tried. I'm sorry. My bad, sis. I really tried.
Okay. Just in the interest of time, I'm gonna play something for you. Tell me if you can hear it. All right.
All right, bet.
All right. I hope y'all can hear it. Damn. Why can't I get my joint to play? Oh, here it is.
Something is off, she's out. If you're giving other women attention, she's out. If you don't have any goals or ambition, she's out. If you disappear and go MIA for hours or days, she's out. If you aren't working on the relationship and y'all future together, she's out. She's not explaining herself or waiting around for you to do better. If you aren't going to do right by her, move out the way so that a real man can. Women are tired. They are tired of giving men chances who end up just wasting their time. So now as soon as a woman senses something is off, she's out. If you're giving other women attention, she's out. If you don't have any goals or ambition, she's out. If you disappear and go MIA for hours or days, she's out. If you aren't working on the relationship and y'all future together, she's out. She's not explaining herself or waiting around for you to do better. If you aren't going to do right by her, move out the way so that a real man can. Women are tired. They are tired.
Okay. Could y'all hear that loud and clear? If you can hear that loud and clear, throw up the 100s or something. Let me know y'all can hear that. All right.
Unfortunately, I heard that shit loud and clear. Unfortunately,
did the crowd hear it? No. Did everybody else hear it? Please let us know you heard it. So that when we have this dialogue about it, I know y'all know you heard what we're talking about. But go ahead.
All right. Yo, listen. I'm a firm believer in speaking my truth. See, this is the problem with these relationships. See, this is the thing about going viral and trying to do something for the sake of doing it. Like, I understand it if that's what you really think. And I understand it if that's what you really is on your mind and you really have that and it's a real opinion. But the corniness that's going on today with these fake relationship guru niggas, they just out here trying to get sex or trying to get girls to like them or trying to go viral. This nigga just won. And if I wasn't, I had an argument with somebody about this yesterday. Somebody posted this. I'm not gonna say no name. Somebody posted this on their story. I seen the story and I was like, yo, this nigga sounds ridiculous. This sounds fake. This sounds so fucking fake. Yeah, you would say that. You would say that. So I'm like, nah. It's not that I even disagree with the dude. It's not that I even disagree with him. It's not coming from a place of realness. That shit is not real. Nigga, you cornball ass nigga. You on here trying to get some likes, trying to get spoke, and we giving the nigga the victory because here he is on the Boys Club. But I couldn't let this slide. I couldn't let this slide. As much as I was like fought with even giving this nigga the attention, I couldn't let it slide because, bro, this is not even a real true, like you just saying anything to try to get in where you fit in, my dude. Like, it's one thing to have an honest opinion, and your opinion is to say, yo, this is what it is. This is how I feel. But, my brother, that didn't even come off as organic, my nigga. That's just, I think I might have even sent you the one where another dude said the same exact thing, except he let the video play a little bit longer. He said the same exact thing Playboy said, but he let the video play a little bit longer. And then he looked at his homeboy and was like, was that good? Did I say it right? He played the whole, so the whole video aired. So you was mad at him for like the first 2 minutes of the video. Then at the end, when he looked at his homeboy and was like, yo, Sean, was that good? Did I sound like I really meant it? Man, fuck these bitches. And the shit had me tight at first, but then afterwards I was like, okay, thank you. Because like I said, bro, if you have an opinion and you have something with some conviction and you really want to say some shit that goes against men and what we do or how we do wrong, then that's fine. I have no issues with that. But don't just be out here clout chasing and trying to get a viral and trying to get people to nigga, you sound corny. You didn't even believe the shit you were saying yourself. When women, they're gonna leave you and they're sick. Nigga, shut up. That was cornball shit. That's how I feel, man.
I mean, I really don't have a comeback to that. To keep it a buck, I pride myself and you in what we do here week over week. It's not always the popular opinion. It's not. There's a lot of things that we say that I know hit straight to the core of people who are going through it in that moment. And I know they don't want to hear the truth. A lot of times we don't even know who we're talking to. We have no idea that somebody who's listening to us on this podcast week over week, they going through something or them been through something. And we come at them so real and we keep it so clean, we don't know that it's cutting to the core. And it's hard for them to listen to and it's hard for them to digest. But truth is truth. And sometimes it's better to have somebody tell you a hard truth than let you down easy by giving you a soft lie or telling you what you want to hear and not what you need to hear. And when I listen to these gurus like this, and they're saying all the right stuff, Rich, he said it. I mean, like, give him a round of applause. Like, he said everything that was clickbait. He said everything that was going to get him a bunch of hearts. He said everything that was going to have women stand up and be like, you tell him. Finally, a man understands. But what he didn't do is just tell him the truth. And to me, I always have an issue with that because I don't think that, Rich, you and me both are busy. We could be doing anything on a Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. To be sitting here and trying to help people. Even if it's for no other reason, just trying to help you understand how a man thinks and why he moves the way he moves. That's coming from a genuine place. And when I hear stuff like that, I know it's not genuine. So ladies, beware. Every message that sound good, it ain't good. It ain't there to benefit you. It's there to have you give a like and have you say amen. But you gonna walk away just as confused and just as in a bad situation as you was before you heard that message. So that's just my thoughts on it.
Nah, that's you hit it on the note. Like, there has to be some authenticity. First of all, this dude that's doing this video, nigga, you ain't in no position to do any of the shit you talking about. You better be the good guy. To just sit there and regurgitate talking points is so corny. You can't sit there and regurgitate talking points just for the sake of popularity, because it's just not authentic and it's not real. And if you do have something that you have to say, then come up with it. Don't just regurgitate all the things that women ain't gonna stand for. Okay, so fix it. Fix it. What's your solution, my friend?
There you go.
You got all these amazing things that you want to get off your chest about what women will and will not stand for. What is your solution? How do you make it right? This is the boys club. We ain't trying to be Andrew Tate and all that, because that's far there. But we ain't trying to be Steve Harvey and the way he talking about, because that's over there. We are who we are. But what you're going to get here is you're going to get real two dudes who, at the risk of sounding arrogant, ain't no cornballs. We've been there and done that. Whether you like it to hear it or you don't like to hear it. We've been there and done that and been putting up numbers for years. So when you hear it from us, you're hearing something real, something organic. It's not no talking points, and we're not trying to get here. Y'all tear us up in the comments every day. Me and Sean, we take pics. Every week, he'll get tore up, you'll tear us up. But you know what? At the end of the day, everything that we say is coming from our heart, and it's authentic conversation. And you can never get on this podcast or this live, or tonight live, tomorrow podcast, and pretend like we saying what y'all want to hear for the sake of hearing it. That ain't who we are.
Nah, I don't think we could ever be accused of that. We might be accused of the other way, but I think people know it's coming from a very genuine place. But we got a special guest coming in tonight. I don't know if she's ready yet, but if Miss Benita Jelaine, I think that's how she pronounces her name. If she's in the building, hit that plus button. We love to have you, and we got a special guest that is jumping in the conversation.
She is at 8 o'clock. I think she said she had a prior engagement, so we probably got another 5 minutes. We can go another 5 minutes before she come on.
Okay, yeah. I just don't want to start a conversation that we're not going to be able to really what you call it. But your man Trell, I know Trell in the conversation.
As he always is.
Trell doing. I told you, Trell out there, he making his rounds. Rich, you better watch out.
What happened? What did Trell
move, man? Trell making his rounds. He got his own little podcast thing going. He got shit falling in. Like, but he sent me something that him and the young lady on his podcast was discussing. And I want to get this right. Essentially, the woman came on his podcast and gave him this whole spiel about men love the pursuit. Like that's the only thing that they into this thing. Like, they get bored if they get it easy. They don't want no chick that they could get easy. They want the pursuit. And if you are not essentially stringing them on, making them earn it, he not going to stay around. So what's your thoughts on that? Is that real, or is again, you know, this is coming from a woman? Is she off on this?
She's off. She's off. And I'll explain. I told Trell the same thing. Ladies, there's a medium. There's a medium. This is not the day and age of courting and the whole put your coat on the ground and woman step over the rain and all that kind of stuff. You find your medium. Men don't want it easy. I don't think no men will value you if you give it to him easily. So that's one thing. So I will say that. She's right about that. No man is going to value the woman who he smashed in a club bathroom or took to his car or didn't show her any respect and just smutted her out, right? Nobody's going to respect that. But at the same time, be cognizant that nobody wants to be taken advantage of. Nobody wants to be led on. So if your feelings are not real and you are leading someone on, they will be able to tell. After time, in time, short amount of time, they will be able to tell. It's called energy. It's called energy. Good energy you can't buy. You can't trick. You can't do any of that. A woman who wants to be taken seriously is not the woman who's leading you on and playing games with you, and they do not even look alike. That picture does not even look alike. You will never get the woman who, I'm wifey material, I want to be taken seriously, I want you to respect me, I want you to treat me like the queen that I am. You do not ever mistake that woman with this nigga buying drinks, I'm going to get some free food, I'm leading him on, I'm gonna make him think that I'm messing with him until I get everything I want. Those two, that doesn't even look alike. I would venture to say that the woman who wants to be taken seriously is probably gonna come at you 100% different and tell you, I don't want nothing for you. We can go Dutch. Let's go Dutch. Just so you ain't expecting nothing from me. Because I'm very familiar with this world and the terrain and how we live this world. I don't want you to even get that in your mind, homeboy. I got my own. I do my own thing. I'm self-sufficient. I am Sierra's new fucking record. And you niggas is not going to play me like I'm shorty over there. So you know what? To keep us from having any confusion or to keep us from going down this slippery slope of what you've done for me and what I need to reciprocate and do for you, let's do it like this. I like you. I mess with you. You're not getting nothing from me right now. I want to be respected. I'm not ready. But you know what? We can go eat. We can hang out. We can have a good time. I can come to your house. We can go to the movies. We can do all of those things. Just don't violate me. That woman don't look like that other woman that's in Trail's DMs or that was in Trail's podcast or whatever. That's not the same person. They not.
Nah, I couldn't agree with you more, Rich. You know, and Trail getting more love on the show.
I know.
Than we are.
This nigga down. Trail, you about to get shut down. You about to get blocked. That's nasty.
Shout to Trail.
Don't put another emoji on my shit neither, nigga.
Yeah, but it was a great conversation that he was having on his podcast. You know, like ladies, like this. I don't even understand because I'm a guy, right? And I've always been so comfortable in my own skin. I never been a dude who tried to be anything other than Sean. I never looked and tried to emulate or felt so uncomfortable in my skin that you know, I walked into the world and acted anything unlike the person that God blessed me to be. So I don't understand when you know, women just can't figure out that a man just wants a good, honest, authentic, great conversation human being. I mean, it ain't that freaking hard. She's talking about he don't want it. If a man wants, what did she say? Men are into the pursuit. No, I'm a man. I'm not into the pursuit. I'm not. It's a big difference between getting it easy and being easy. Like I don't want a chick who is easy. I don't. But if we get to know each other and that is easy, and I don't have to pretend when I get on the phone with you. There's no pretense. There's no air about it. I can just talk. We can laugh. We can joke. You can tell me about you. I can tell you about me. And it just flows easily. What's wrong with that? Like, I don't want to feel. Here's the deal. I ain't a kid. I'm not a kid. Even when I was a kid, I didn't do the games. And what y'all don't understand, niggas played the game better than you. They don't get it twisted. Like I get it. A woman, she could probably cheat better, this, that, because the dude got his gut. Yo, she ain't gonna cheat. But this is what we grow up doing, is playing the game. You know when a man stop playing the game is when he find a girl who ain't playing games. There's no games over here. We done bumped into enough women who is just like she said. And you know what happens, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Rich. A nigga be like, okay, I'm up for the challenge. I'ma hang him. Now I get the game. You gonna string me along, and you think men are they want the pursuit. All right, we gonna do that. Like I'm gonna pursue you while I'm talking to her over here too, and I'm gonna hang around just long enough to knock it down, and then I'm gonna look at you and give you the deuces, because you played a game that you wasn't even prepared for, and that's just truth. So I don't think that a woman who nobody wants a woman who's easy, that everybody done hit, everybody done laid down with. That's not what a man is looking for. But I want something that ain't work, in the sense of I don't have to when we talk, I can just be me. I don't have to put on no air about me. I don't have to come in this with no pretense, and I want you to feel the same. And that's what is so attractive to. I wish women, I hope y'all understand this, because I don't think y'all get it. We Rich and I both would agree, and we say this so often, of how a man just want peace. Like a nigga want to come home peaceful. Like make my life peaceful. That start from the gate. Do you know it makes a man want to talk to you when the conversation is just easy. Like we ain't gotta struggle. I ain't gotta be nobody but me, and you ain't gotta be nobody but you. So I think that woman is off. And again, this is why we have these conversations, because women continuously tell men about men. And it's like, yo, if you knew so much about how a man thinks, then you would be Sierra right now. You would be wiped up to a freaking multi-millionaire Hall of Fame quarterback somewhere. Like, come on, man. But
I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna give you a conversation. Yo, what up, Rich? What's up, my nigga? What you up to, man? Ain't nothing. What you do yesterday? Nah, I went to the club. Oh, yo, what's up with Shorty you met? Man, she bullshitted. Word? Damn, really? Yeah, but you know what though? I got her. We're gonna play the game. Now, men are mad at me right now because I just told you how this conversation went. This is a daily conversation.
This is so real what you just said, Rich. It is so real.
It's cool. I'm gonna play the game. She think I don't know what's going on, but yo, dog, what you doing? Yo, we going to the movies. Oh, for real? Yep. I got her though. Nigga, do your thing, bro. All right, bro. And they act like this don't happen. See, men have mastered it. As much as women think that they have mastered ignorance is bliss, men have mastered ignorance is bliss, bro. All the way down to the point where the conversation could very well be, yo, you know Shorty last night full of shit, right? You know I took that down. Yo, my dude, if you speak to her, don't tell her you know me. How about that conversation? Yo, Shorty asked me if I knew you. What you told her? I just said, I see him around. Okay, cool. My God. Yo, men are looking at this right now. They're like, yo, Rich, really, bro? You giving up the riddle to the Sphinx? Yes, because they need to know that we ain't stupid, man. They need to know that we ain't stupid. So we're not going to play you stupid. You get offended, we get offended too.
Nah, you know, and see if Miss Benita is in Miss Benita, hit that plus button if you're ready to get in the conversation. But I'm gonna tell you, you said ignorance is bliss. That might be true, but not until like ain't nobody ignorant up until. Okay, Miss Benita, you super loud. Are you going somewhere where it's quiet?
No, I'm going to my car right now.
Okay. Hey, put us on mute. We gonna keep talking to you in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, but for anybody who, matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
You don't want to give the background?
Say it again?
You don't want to give the background for everybody who might have seen or might not have seen?
You know what? Go ahead. Get a background.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, but for everybody who is not familiar, Miss Benita put up a video about a week ago, and it went viral. She went to see her man. I believe he lived right outside of Charlotte. He was down there on a trip doing some work, renovating houses or what have you. She wanted to surprise him, and she got the surprise of her life. But I'll let her tell. Benita, take us. Are you off mute?
I'm off mute now. Can you guys hear me? I know it's kind of dark in here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no light you can put on?
Yes, I'm about to. I guess I thought I had the light on, but I guess it's not bright enough. I did not. This was the last minute. I was already like doing something. So when you guys hit me, I was like en route already. Let me see.
Take your time, girl.
I'm gonna get to some light somewhere. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up to the light.
Tag a friend. For anybody who don't know, this episode will be up tomorrow on YouTube. You can watch it there, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Official Boys Club. Just type in Rich Dollar Show and Prez, it'll come right up. It will also be on all streaming platforms tomorrow.
All right.
How we looking, Miss Benita?
I'm a little bit brighter now, which I think just a little bit.
You a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, you guys see me? Okay, I don't want to get in an accident. All right. All right, I'm parking. I'm not the best of a driver.
It's all good. Take your time, girl. You know what? I gave the backstory, but at this point, I think everybody in the world know who you are. Why don't you get a backstory and tell us your story? Thanks for showing up on the Boys Club too.
Not the world, the whole world.
The whole world, girl. You done been on Shade Room, Baller Alert.
Yeah.
I was on Shade Room. Somebody told me I was on Shade Room, but I never listen. I was so in a different world. I don't even know how I made it home that day. That was definitely my angels. That was definitely my ancestors like driving for me because I was shocked in a daze. So, basically, I put the whole story on my TikTok, which everybody was like. Now my publicist is like, well, you shouldn't have did that. People don't know. I've been moving. I've been grinding. I've been doing this. And this just happened to be one of the things that went viral. I was not expecting to go viral from this. I did not want to go viral from this. Who wants to go viral for having their heart broken for the whole world to see? And I'm a big crybaby. I'm a hopeless romantic. I love hard. And no, that is not the reason why I didn't pay attention to the red flags that everybody said. Now looking out with the rose-colored glasses off, I do see more stuff that I thought that I had in check. When you have a wall, I had a wall up for so long. This man chased me for a year. When I finally put my wall down, I still was already falling, and I put my wall down after probably soon 3-4 months. But I'm around people who literally got married in 6 months. I have a cousin that's been married for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And was married less than that. So I've seen that, and the love that we supposedly had, it was all fictitious. So it wasn't a pop-up. I was in a so-called relationship where it was a healthy relationship. So it was one of those things where if I I wanted to go see my man and he was away doing something, I would go see my man because he was away doing something. And when I was on my way there, he literally knew that I was coming. So he saw me driving. I was in the car for more than 2 hours. And he literally was like, where are you going? And I was like, I'm going to see my man. And he's like, babe, don't come up here. There's so much construction. He's not a construction worker. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't know where they got that from. He literally had investment property in so-called North Carolina. So, I mean, the story is really basically all over my TikTok. If you want to, you can follow me at both
But no. Be specific, because there's some people on here who might not know. So just fill in the blanks for us before because at the end of the day, we wanted to bring you on to help somebody else. So I don't want to take for granted that everybody knows. I know I said that earlier, but I like for anybody on here who might not know, take your time, fill in the blanks before Rich and I really start asking you some questions and digging deep.
Okay, so I'm trying to fast forward to this day. So on my way there, I'm so happy. So everybody's like, oh, why would I be taping? I'm trying to get some more light. Why would I be taping it on TikTok? Let me tell you why I'll be taping on TikTok. I never posted him on my Instagram. I literally only had him posted on my TikTok because I was building this whole TikTok like everybody else, trying to be TikTok famous, doing the dances, doing the Black love thing. And so that's why when they went all the way back to when we first started dating, when I first started posting him, and they like, wow, he really was living a double life. So on my way there, 2 hours in, he calls me and he's like, babe, where you going? And I was like, I'm coming to see my man. And he's like, who I gotta beat up? And I was just like, you? Because I'm on my way to you. So he's like, babe, don't come out here. He said, I know you don't listen to me, but don't come out here. I don't want you to see it like this. I want you to see it once it's done, because he was supposed to be doing this great renovation for this investment property that he was going to wind up renting out for Airbnb or whatever the case may be. It's so many lies that I found out that later on it might be everything was a lie. I'm getting hot. So when I get to my cousin's house, which was a plan, meet me at my cousin's house. He had the address. It was not uncommon for us to share our location. We always had our locations on. I was in a healthy relationship, so that's nothing. I'm sharing my location with my man. He's sharing his location with me. I'm on my way there. I get to my cousin's house. He already has a location. He said, I'll meet you there. I'm an hour and a half away. He was an hour and a half away. We were supposed to meet there at the same time. When I get there, it was around 4:45. Me and my cousin are talking, and literally he says, he texts me. He's like, he's been working on the sink the whole time there, working on the sink. And I'm saying, your girl is an hour and a half away. Who cares about that sink? I haven't seen you in 10 days. That's the longest we ever been apart. People say, oh, it's a long distance relationship. No, they don't know that. We literally just came back from a week vacation in Vegas. And he just moved out there. He just started moving stuff out there. So the plan was not to stay there. He supposedly had a place in Atlanta as well. 2 places that I've been to both. So people were like, oh, you never been to his house. I've been to both. I'm trying to get this all out. So we get to my cousin's house. I get to my cousin's house. We're laughing. We're joking. And I said, how far are you, baby? He's not responding now. And he said, I bust the pipe. Oh, my goodness. I'm calling somebody to come fix this pipe. And I'm like, why was you messing with it in the first place? If you hire construction, you hire people to do this, why are you messing with it? Oh, I'm going to get my money back. Don't worry about it. I wanted to get this together because I want you to start coming up here. So I'm like, okay, cool. I said, all right, I'm still sitting here. So I'm sitting there. It gets about 6:30. He says, oh, I'll be here before 7. The Super Bowl starts at what time? 6:30, right? So we looking like, what are you talking about? You're going to be here before 7, and I've been here since 5 something. He says, I'm going to be there before 7. I've got to fix somebody got to fix this thing. Okay, that was the first red flag that I should have paid attention to, but I did. When it gets to 6:30, something is not right. I call his phone. I'm not the type of person who, if you say you're going to do something, I'm going to call you. Most of the time, he will answer the phone or he'll call me back. I text his phone. He does not answer. I call him phone back to back. He does not answer. I look at my cousin. I said, this is not like him. What's going on? So she was like, I don't know. Because you know you're an hour and a half away. Why is he not answering? So my spidey senses do start ticking, but it's not about no other woman. I'm worried about him being and it's supposed to, he already built this backstory that he's in the country. He's in the country. He already built the backstory. It's so many layers to this. He already built the backstory that he had a problem with his neighbor, who's a white man. He's a black man. And I'm like, okay, something is not right. He's messing with a fight. Maybe he's messing with it and the water's going everywhere. Let me go see about him, right? At this point, I look. His location is turned over. That's when I'm like, okay. I look at my cousin. I said, I'm going to head out there. I hope he's okay. Everything okay, and maybe I'll just come and I help him clean up or whatever the case may be because something went wrong. It's not uncommon for something to happen and he'll call me back and be like, let me tell you what happened. On my way there, I have a calmness over me. I'm thinking about no other woman. I'm thinking he's there by himself. Something happened. He's in a construction site, the only thing that was supposedly fixed the room. I go to the door. I look, first of all, my whole heart goes in my stomach because I see two cars. I see two cars outside. Mind you, one of the cars. Remember, we have an open relationship. We have an open relationship. We talk about everything. He share everything with us. One of the cars supposedly still in Atlanta because remember he didn't move there. He's not all the way moved there. One of the cars is still in Atlanta supposedly. That's the same car that I'm supposed to help him drive back to North Carolina that next weekend. So I'm like, why is that car there? So I call my cousin and I say, why is the black car here? The black car that I'm supposed to be helping him come back. So she was like, I don't know, maybe his son or somebody drove it back with him. I go to ring the doorbell. I ring the doorbell. A woman opens the door. I'm still naive. I'm still like, maybe that's his cousin. I don't know. I'm like, it can't be another one. So she said, how are you? Who are you? And I say, I'm Benita. Who are you? And immediately she starts cursing him out. She was like, I was wondering who Ron was in your phone. B-O-N. So my name is Benita. So that means that he changed my name in his phone to B-O-N. Let me tell you how calculating. No, but y'all, it sounds like, when I hear the story, me outside of my body looking at this, I'm like, what the fuck? When somebody could make so many different stories up, and I didn't realize that I was dealing with a narcissist, you don't realize it until you start. I've been studying it for a long time, but I didn't know I had the king narcissist. It was so bad that in his phone, when he was around me, because mind you, I had to call his phone, but he was the type of person that I don't have to go through your phone. I'm not going to go through your phone. When he was around me, one time he was like, babe, find my phone. When he was around me, he changed my name. So in his phone, it was Brooklyn White. So that means you were so calculating. When you was living your double life, it even went down to you changing the name in the phone. So she comes to the door. At this point, she's cursing him out. We've never talked. Me and him have never talked to each other like that. And it's always been queen. We've always speak life into each other. That's the type of person. That's the type of woman that I am. He was a different person. I didn't know who that man was. I keep replaying. It back in my head. I'm outside screaming. At this point, I step away from her door because at the end of the day, I'm on her step. She said, "This is my house." She said, "Those are my cars." So not only those are both her cars. I've been driving around with him in 5 months. I've been taking trips with him, going to the classes that he teaches when he does his classes. I've been doing all those things with him in her car, basically. So I'm screaming, give me an explanation, come outside. She's like, go give her explanation. Matter of fact, you need to stop and go for her. I'm like, no. I'm screaming. At this point, I turn around and I see she points a gun at him. She has a gun pointed at him.
Put that light on again.
This story could have been different. At this point, my cousin is screaming, where are you? Send me your location. Screaming, give me your location. Because she's calling me back to I answer the phone. She's like, give me your location. And I'm saying, and the lady's like, don't send nobody else my motherfucking address. And she points the gun at him. seems like she's pointing a gun at me, but I'm far back at this point. I'm by my Jeep, so I'm far back. He still won't come outside. He comes outside. At this point, she's pointing a gun at him. He comes outside. He jumps in one of the cars, and he drives off. He left me there while she still has this gun in her hand. So when people say, oh, she's going to go back, what? Why would I go back to someone who was okay? I could have been on the news. This story could have went totally different. So my mission is different now. My mission is to speak to other women. I have over 500 messages of women DMing me, not the messages of them sending message on my TikTok, of women DMing me, not just telling me, praying for me, sending me their full-on stories of their stories, which are worse than mine. Not just black women, but mostly black women. But women from all over the world, Germany, Canada, all these women telling me stories about men being pregnant by a man and him ghosting them, going back to their old country, getting them for money. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff. It could have been me. So I thank God each and every day that I'm even here. This is bigger than me now. My mission is bigger than me. I need to find a way that my voice can not only do my music, because the music that's going to come from this, the song I recorded yesterday alone is absolutely bonkers. But I'm here, and it's a reason that I'm here. I'm made for this. I'm built for this. I was already ready. I was already doing the work before he came into my life. He was at my live recording. I literally just did an interview that was already booked for my live recording, who a lady said this man was ready to do a Black Love segment on her show on 92.3. On his 92.3, he was okay with doing a Black Love segment because he was living this whole lie with me.
This is in Charlotte?
Here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
100%. 100%.
How did you meet him?
On a dating app. My first time on a dating app. My first time officially on a dating app.
Hold on. I want to be specific because ladies, listen up. Let's use her story as a cautionary tale.
100%.
Any women as we can help right now, we're gonna try. Which dating app, if you don't mind me asking?
BLK. The one that you got to pay for the premium. Yeah, I definitely paid for the premium to get my heart broken. Yeah.
Okay. So you meet him on the dating app.
Yeah.
How long before you guys actually started speaking and then physically saw each other?
We didn't physically, we talked on the phone for, right after that, we spoke on the phone for, I'm going to say about 3 weeks of constant on the phone. Literally did not meet until 8 months later because I did not like this man. When I tell you I ran from him, he chased me for a whole year. He kept going. He kept going. He kept going. I was busy. I was just like, I was healing. I wasn't ready to open the door to anybody. I went on a dating app because it was a past relationship. It was a rebound. My neighbor was like, oh, put the dating app on here. You'll find somebody there. But I still wasn't ready to officially jump out the bridge with this dating app.
Okay.
So,
bear with me. You said you didn't like him. What was it about him that you didn't like?
he was cocky. He was cocky.
You want to elaborate? On that?
I got this business. I'm doing this. I'm a master barber. It's a whole bunch of different stuff of all the things that he did. Come to find out, what kind of connected us, where I was kind of like, I felt like maybe it's something there. We had the same exact birthday. We were born on the same exact day.
Okay, so he
used that.
He had narcissist qualities from the gate.
Yeah.
Okay, because again, let's help somebody tonight. We always say on this show, the red flags are there. They always are. Now, whether you choose to listen to that female intuition, your gut, whatever you want to call it, that's on you. But it sounds like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but if he chased you for a year and you was like, yo, this guy I don't like him. It sounds like you saw something, heard something, felt something that was off for 8 months.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. My biggest thing, the reason why I didn't like him, because at first he was cocky. We for the 2 weeks we were talking, 3 weeks we were talking, he was nice. Reason why I say he was cocky, he missed one date. Like, he stood me up one date that we were supposed to meet. And maybe that, like you said, maybe that was the red flag right there. But I'm thinking, this man is a businessman. If you want somebody who has supposedly stuff going on, it happens. People get caught up. But I cut him off right away. I was like, nah, if you got a chance after talking to me for that long, you got a chance to take me on a date and you did not take advantage of it, I'm good. And so me still talking to him as he's reaching out and texting and stuff like that was me maybe being, Benita, why you being so hard? You know, don't be so hard, because, you know, we get the stigmatism as Black women as, oh, we're so strong and hard. And I was literally in my soft season. Like, you know what? Let me loosen up a little bit. Let me see. Maybe I counted him out too fast. Even when I decided to finally give him a chance on our first date, I said, all right, I'm going to give you a chance. Don't make me regret this. And I didn't. We had a great first date. It was super, like when I tell you.
Hold on. Where was your first date? You're in Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
Where was your first date? Was it in Atlanta or was it in the Carolinas?
It was in Atlanta. He lived in Atlanta. He literally just went there. That 2 weeks that he was going back, he been had this property. So when I was talking to him, he been showing me he had this property. This man had shown me the land, everything that he had just invested in it.
I get what he told you. I get what he told you and what he showed you. We all know that smoke and mirrors now. It was a lie. Where was he actually living?
In Atlanta.
So he was really, for real, living in Atlanta. Now that you know what you know, was his wife living with him in Atlanta?
Now that I know what I know, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Now I think that it was probably, she was already there in North Carolina. And he probably was going back and forth.
Okay, how often were you able to see him?
Okay, so I saw him almost every day if he wasn't traveling. Remember, he did a lot of traveling. So with his business, he will be in town. I would see him 3 times a week, and he will be traveling at least 2 out of those. Sunday, Monday. Okay. Sunday was our day. Monday.
Right now, I need, because what you don't understand is somebody is in a relationship where their man, me and Rich talked about this, I don't know if it was a week or 2 ago, Rich, about dudes who are always traveling. They always have to be out of town for a certain, so that's where I'm trying to go with this. If you
But I've been with him out of town as well.
You've been with him where?
When he went to those out of town trips where he had to be out of town, he'd be like, babe, I know I'm gonna be out of town. Actually, you want to come with me this trip? And I'm like, yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Okay. And men do that as well. It's the throw off. We get it. What did he do about it? If he has a whole wife somewhere, she's calling him to make sure he landed safe. She's calling him. If she pull out a gun on this man, there was love there. You know, she felt violated. She felt disrespected. Are you telling me when y'all two was in Vegas or wherever you was, that phone never rang?
No, not while I was there. Not while I was around him. No. It did not. When he woke up in the morning, every morning he calls me, or when he wasn't around me, every morning he called me or he sent me a good morning, beautiful text every single morning. So of course, when we used to take these trips, I'm looking, is he sending that to somebody else? No, he wasn't. He was there with me. So he was but that's years of practice, years of doing this. It's so deep. It's so deep of how the lives went. This man has been manipulating for years. I am not the only victim.
I believe you're not the only victim. I mean, the man had a wife. So I'm trying to understand, just as you were being manipulated, there is a woman at home who trusted her husband. So I'm not just trying to get your story out and people can get help from your perspective, I want to get the wife. Like, she was going through something at the same time. Maybe she was too trusting. Maybe she did not hold this man accountable and just took him at his word. Because there's somebody on this live right now who their man is traveling.
So
and he hits her when he hits her. Go ahead.
Because at the end of the day, listen, at the end of the day, I can 100% believe that, because that was me. I was too trusting as well, because you get women who have their own stuff going on, who trust you that your business is your business, right? So you can't, I would wonder, I would be like, first of all, me looking back at it now, when have you had time? When do you have time to do it? If you
We can't hear you.
for her. I can't speak for her. I feel this whole situation, not only am I hurt, but I do feel sorry for her. I don't know that lady. But at the end of the day, imagine someone coming up to your door at your house, and this is the situation. But at the end of the day, I can only speak from what I experienced. And no,
Okay,
I did not see the rest. I did not see him in his phone.
Okay, hold on, girl. Hold on. I just, for the sake of the conversation, you did see him every week.
Mostly every week, yes. I was with him all the time. Yes.
And whenever you guys were not in the same town, and for all I know, he was down the block, but he told you it was for work.
Exactly.
Okay. Another question for you.
And to carry on to that one, I went with him to some of these trips, right? So I know that he's mostly doing these trips, because sometimes I would tag along. And he would introduce me as his girl. He's been on live, like these lives, because, he does his business, a lot of his business is on Instagram and stuff, where I've been sitting in the car. And I'll say something, and he'll say, everybody say hi to my girl. And I'll be like, hey, on live.
All right. I don't want to knock no other woman, but something just don't seem right. And
nothing seems right. Nothing seems right in the whole situation.
Because here's the deal.
It's my real life.
I don't know a woman who don't follow her husband at least online. So it's one thing to say, I went with him on trips. But if you're telling us, yo, he sat and we're in the car and he said, say hi to my girl, even if his wife is not a social media person, it's his wife. So she has friends and family who follow him on the strength of her. And you're telling me none of them?
Yeah, okay. So let's go back to TikTok. Let's go back to all the way back when I first started posting him. This is September, October, because they found them. The TikTok, the investigators found them. When I was posting him on my TikTok, I told him when we would certain posts, I'd be like, babe, this video about to go viral on TikTok. Like the little black love stuff that we would do. It would get like 400, 1,000. That's the degrees of separation too. Oh yeah, I was on his TikTok as well. He could say, oh, she's an artist. Maybe I'm working with her. Who knows what stories he told his wife about me. So yeah, if I could sit here and everybody can analyze it and everybody can try to figure out, I don't even know. I don't even have closure. Maybe one day, maybe I can speak to her in the puzzle pieces that I don't know and I'm trying to figure out. Maybe she can put them in place on her perspective from it. But we was building a whole thing on TikTok. Somebody could have found it.
Let me ask you this: Did him and his? Are you first and foremost? Are you sure that's his wife?
Okay, so let me get to that part, because when the lies, before I blocked him on everything, the lies were still going. So when she said, we have celebrated 7 years, this is my husband, soon as I heard a name, and he said, she don't even have my last name. And I said, what's her name? So now it's already done. I've already walked up on you and everything. So now that I got a full name, I go back to when I supposedly did, before I had my wall up. That's somebody, he said his mother's name is the same name as this person who was he said she don't even have my last name. I went digging. Now I'm digging. Now I should have been digging from the beginning. So that's one thing that ladies should learn. Yes, do background checks. Yes, do all of that thing. Yes, do all of this. Don't take anything from face value from what a man says. And it's sad to say that, but the world that we live in, you have to. So now she does not have his last name. So I'm like, okay, maybe she was lying. And he's in the text message that I posted on the live, I literally said, are you married? Because I'm in shock at this point. Are you married? Have you been married for 7 years? When he FaceTimed me that night, I'm bawling. I'm at my cousin's house. I'm on the floor. I'm crying, all this stuff. I don't even want to answer. Don't answer no more questions for me. But are you married? He said, no, I'm not married. I said, why would you say that? Now another person comes out. I don't know why that B said that. First of all, why are you calling her B? You know I don't like when you call women a B to me. That's not, we don't roll like that. And he's like, no, I'm just really pissed off, boom, boom, boom. So I'm not believing him. I'm already kind of done, but there's love there. I still like, damn, maybe she lied. Maybe he told me that, he literally told me that this was the last thing that he was going to fix up before he left her to come be with me. Because I said, how and where did you think that this was going to happen? How did you not think that you was going to be found out? Like, do you know, I know a lot of people.
Okay, so just in the interest of time, and I know you're emotional, it's your story. Is he married?
He's married. I found the wedding pictures. On that Monday that I blocked him. I found the wedding pictures.
Okay, so I don't want to talk to you. What I'm saying is to women who are in committed relationships, married, wifey, you know your man. And for any man to have this type of latitude to where he's on social media claiming somebody else as his girl, leaving town 2-3 times a week, that's way too much latitude for anybody in a committed relationship. And I don't even understand, and I'm not faulting her, but what I'm saying is because somebody is in a committed relationship and it's like, yo, we've been together 7 years, this, that, and the third, and they taking their eye off the person that they should be watching closer than ever. Like if something don't feel right, it probably ain't right. So, I feel so bad for you, but I really feel bad for his wife because she clearly trusted this man. Because I don't even know how he got to spend this much time with you. Like, that's what's bugging me out.
This is the thing. I feel bad for her. I don't know her story, but I'm going to be honest with you. If she celebrated 7 years, I'm pretty sure this man had me thinking that all his 4 kids is by the same woman. Come to find out they're not. Come to find out the one son that I did not meet, because yes, I met his daughter. Yes, I met his other son. It's deep. This is real life. This is my life. This man has been around my mother.
You met one of his children?
Yes, no, 2 of them. 2, not 1, but 2. This man had me thinking that all 4 was by the same woman, who is his ex-wife, who has him under child support and all of this stuff for his daughter, who I've met, who's in college. You understand what I'm saying? Who we've spoken. So it's deeper. The one son who's supposedly the problem son, that if he was around him, I wouldn't speak to him. He'd be like, oh, I got to talk to my son, boom, boom, boom. I will be on FaceTime. He'd be like, I'll talk to you later, babe. I'm with my son. I'm talking to him. The supposedly problem son is her only son.
Okay, let me ask you this. I should have asked you this earlier. How old is this man?
What he told me, or do you want to, I don't, because what I found out, or what he told me?
Both.
45.
Is what he told you, or how old he is?
He's 45.
What did he tell you he was?
He's 45. Found out he's 47.
Okay, so he lied about 2 years. Rich, you got any questions here? Because you're awfully quiet.
I'm just I'm taking it all in. I want to reserve my right to say what I need to say at the very end. I'm just listening. I'm taking it in.
Okay, got you.
Y'all being men, and of course you see it from a different perspective. But I'm gonna be honest with you, my story is light. God saved me from a lot. My story is light. The tears that I've been shedding for these past 2 days have been not just happy tears to get out of it, but from tears of women telling me their stories. My story is light. You got women who had whole babies, who was living with another man, and he had a whole wife for years. So it's not uncommon. And that's the sad part about it. It's not uncommon. So people are so quick to bash a black woman and say, oh, you should have known, you should have did this. No. It's not
Who's telling you that? Who's telling you that?
Not true. I'm just saying, like, from my comments, I have more supporters than haters. I will say that. More people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have popped up." I was in a so-called healthy relationship. One thing I can't even say nothing. The sad part is with this whole situation, I'm gonna be honest with you. The sad part is we had a good relationship. This man loved on me, love bombed the hell out of me for that time. So even to be brokenhearted on that day hurts, because this is somebody that I was building with, who I thought I was building with. I'm on his TikTok as well. So do you think that I was thinking that there was another woman? No.
What do you mean you're on his TikTok?
Oh yeah, I'm on his TikTok. Promoting
You on his TikTok?
one of his products, yes. But me by myself promoting one of his products on there doing, yeah. Yeah. So no, I did not think.
But you're not on
his.
You're not on his TikTok as his girl, are you?
He has no comment. He has no caption on it. But in the video, while I'm promoting the product, I literally say, well, you guys get it for yourself because I'm a little bit biased. Wink, wink.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, you're doing a TikTok video. I'll put a girl on my TikTok right now, or my IG live or whatever right now, and I can always justify it to anybody who hit me as business. If you're a businessman, you're always going to be able to justify business. And as long as you got stuff coming in and your money's coming in, nobody can tell you how to do your business, right?
But not on my page.
That's always going to be the scam for dudes like that. That's always going to be the scam. So he's appeasing you on one end of the spectrum by putting you on his TikTok and making you feel special, and you doing the wink, wink, and making everybody. But then at home, this girl is like, well, why is she on the TikTok? Like, yo, ho. That's business. I'm trying to sell this product. Relax. That's what I'm doing. And then she's like, you know what? Say less. What can I say?
What about when I was on his live?
Now, see, this is the funny part. I listened to your whole story. Either this dude is
he didn't care. He thought I was his exit plan. Part of me, I don't want to romanticize it because it is what it is. But part of me believes that he really thought that he was going to start a whole new life with me because that's what he told me. Part of me kind of believes that the way he was willy-nilly with it.
Okay. Was he going to start a new life with you? Or was he going to add you to the life that he already had?
Who knows? Who knows?
See, this dude, from which now, once again, I sat and I listened to the whole story. Dude is, quite frankly, he's a sociopath, right? So we have all come to the conclusion that he's a sociopath. He's a narcissistic sociopath. They go synonymous with one another. I blame you, and I blame his wife, because, and I'm not blaming you for the relationship. I'm not blaming you for getting into the relationship. Because you said, and you said it multiple times, that you had bad feeling about this, or you had a bad feeling about that. but he put you at ease and he loved on you and the relationship was this, and he was doing A, B, C, and D, and then you went on trips and everything. So he was really putting you to rest. He was putting you to sleep with the things he was doing that made you feel comfortable, that took you away from your original intuition about this nigga. He, like, this is the, like, and I tell Sean this all the time, and this is so good that you're here tonight, because we tell stories about industry. We tell stories about reality TV, or this is a regular person, a regular story, people out here. This is what the world is now. People are going so hard, and the scams and the schemes are so elaborate that this shit is like a full-time job. This nigga is riding you around in another woman's cars. This nigga is taking you to another woman's houses. He's taking you on trips when she can't be there because she's doing something. He's filling you in and bringing you there, making you feel comfortable with the whole situation. So I can't even really be mad at you, because from the way you put this story out here, he did what he was supposed to do for somebody who was trying to court you. He did the things that he was supposed to do. And if you look at it and you say to yourself, well, damn, I met his kid, like, I met his kids, and I met his friends, and he took me on business trips, and I've been to his houses and ridden in his cars, and the nigga put me on live and all these different things. Hey, here go my girl. I gotta wonder where his wife, where this other woman is, Sean. That's what's baffling me, is that you can't be that good that you can literally publicly hide two lives. And I don't mean publicly like TMZ. I mean publicly within your own circle of friends, your own infrastructure. Like Sean said, even if she's not on live, some of her friends gotta be following this guy.
Yeah.
Somebody's following this guy.
Yeah.
Like, is there no way that this is getting back? And for her to pull a gun on him, she's been down this road before.
And and I'm gonna be honest with you, everything you're saying is true. Everything, I can look back at it. I can look back at it and say, me posting him on my TikTok and us getting all these reviews and starting to get a following on TikTok was kind of like my reassurance, like, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We building this black love on here. We getting all this follow. He kept reassuring me. It's no question that I would ask this man and he would not tell me. I started getting antsy. Maybe I'm asking too many questions now. So that's why he shared the location. You understand? So it's certain things when he kept reassuring me. And I'm falling in love with this man. So I'm like, oh, I got a good man. He's reassuring me. He's telling me he's giving me my flowers. He's supporting me. He at my show. He running around doing everything for my friends. He doing the interviews and everything. He know it's gonna be on Tubi. He know it's already had the deal set up for Tubi and pay-per-view. So I'm like, we good. So yeah, I can look back at it now and be like, maybe I'll let the guard down a little bit more. Let me be an example. I could be an example.
Yo, bottom line, I'm gonna keep it 100. That nigga good. As crazy as that sounds to say, as whack as he is, he good. He good. He good. He with this woman. You say he with this other woman for 7 years. And I'm positive, I'm sharing.
And I'm pretty sure it was more than that, because the son that supposedly promised him, that's her son, what I found out later, he's in his 20s. So no, she's been married to him for 7 years. She's been with him for longer. So yeah, it's no way. It's no one, when you that good, it's no one who can analyze it. And when somebody is a liar that much, when they start believing their own lies, we cannot sit here. I can sit here and watch it and be like, this don't sound like, this don't make no sense. You got people, if you have testimonies of people that been around him, that's my friends. I've been around cousins and everything. I'm looking at everybody like y'all all snakes at this point.
Hold on. How are you around? You telling me you've been around all these people?
Everybody, y'all trying to.
and nobody who's been to his wedding, nobody who knows him to be married to this woman ever looked at you a little funny, ever, you know, looked at him like, yo, because here's the deal, right? If I show up somewhere with a woman, hold on, let me speak. If I show up somewhere with a woman and my significant other is not there, if it's family and friends, they know who I'm with. They know or who I'm supposed to be with. Somebody gonna call me out. Somebody's gonna roll their eyes. Somebody's gonna be like, yo, you disrespecting my girl like this in public? You gonna bring her to a family event? You telling me you was around his family and nobody stepped up?
I was around cousins on separate occasions. No, I was not at a family event. I was
But
at
even then is what I'm saying. Nobody stepped up.
Are you a narcissist?
Who, me?
No, you're not a narcissist, right?
I don't think so.
So we can't figure this out. He's a sociopath. We can't figure out how this man did what he did. I'll be sitting here pulling my hair out.
I'm not worried about him. I think you're missing where I'm going with this. It's not even him. I'm saying, okay, right now, say me and you are married. Me and you, right? And you come around my cousin.
Are they his real cousins?
Hold on. With rich dollars on your arm. You're telling me at some point somebody who know me is not going to be like, yo, Sean, I just saw your wife hanging out with that nigga from Love and Hip Hop. Like right. You telling me nobody going to confront you? That's it. Right. This is such a bizarre story to me. It is so bizarre that you know, it's one thing for him to scam you, but I don't know how he is with a woman, excuse me, for over 20 years if they have a child that's in their 20s. And he has rocked her to sleep. So, I mean, it's one thing to rock her to sleep, but everybody, y'all been down for 20-something years. The whole world know y'all two together. I don't know. We don't know you. We know him and her. So I'm like, yo, how did this is a bizarre story. None of this makes sense. Real talk. Like none of it makes sense. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. And I'm talking to all the women who have a man who's traveling. He always got to go out of town for his job. I mean, there's some niggas who don't even need to go out of town for their job, but they going out of town to visit family. I got to go to home, you know, I don't know, my mother's 70th birthday. Who knows what it is, right? This right here is, yo, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, and even when you think you got it all figured out, it ain't nothing wrong with it's nothing wrong with going and making sure things are what you think that they are. I think that man was away from his family way too much for his wife not to get suspicious. I don't even understand. Like, I don't even understand that part. Him working or not working.
I can't. I have nothing. This is some Lifetime shit. Like, y'all need to go ahead and lock this in with Lifetime and get you a little movie deal or something.
What did he tell his son? Maybe this is something that this is his normacy. Maybe I'm not the only woman that he's had around them, or, you know, or they've met on FaceTime or whatever the case may be, because I can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just you. It's that woman at home. I feel so sad for both of y'all.
This is a whole. And
I was said, this is Tyler Perry movie. this is a
this is a
Yeah.
whole situation. Like, this is a whole bunch of people. Like, this is like you said, like you got, like you saying you met friends. They ain't never said nothing. You met family. He ain't never said nothing. You met kids. They ain't never said nothing. This nigga's moving around. The lady at the hotel, the next door neighbor. Nobody ain't never said nothing. Nobody felt the need. This is some lifetime shit. This is absolutely insane. And the only way that I can rationalize this in my mind is that this nigga is he is Goodwill Hunting. He is fucking Matt Damon in Goodwill Hunting. Like, he is just a freaking sociopathic genius that is just can psychoanalyze to the highest degrees. And this is some Tyler Perry meets Lifetime meets Shade Room shit. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, because as much as I want to say they're red flags, every time you gave me a red flag and I was like, oh, I got it. You came right back with something and was like, oh shit. But if he did that, then I guess that would make that red flag go away. You know what I'm saying? So every time, that's why I ain't say nothing when you was talking. I just listened to you because I was like, I got it. And every time I thought I had you, you would come right back after that and be like, well, yeah, and I went to that house and we did this and I was just like, yo, you know what? This nigga good. And he's scary good. And this is a cautionary tale, because I hate for women to have to go around putting private investigators on dudes, and just because you met somebody on a dating app, you gotta follow him around for 6 weeks before y'all meet each other, because he could have a whole family and 4 kids and a 20-year marriage and a 7-year marriage and a 20-year relationship going on. This is insane. This is insane.
Let me ask you this, and then what do I call you, Benita?
That is my name, Benita Joy. Yes.
Yeah. And again, Benita, thank you so much for sharing your story. For anybody who just tuning in with us, Benita, you know, I mean, I know many of you guys might know she had a viral love story gone awry. And she came on here to share her story with everybody. So thank you so much, even for your honesty and your candor. But I just was wondering, did you ever check to see if he was on any other dating apps while y'all when you actually started dating? Did you ever go back and was like, yo, let me just check and see if he's on, you know, Lots of Fish or any of them other dating apps?
No.
You didn't? I'm just curious, just, you know, because a lot of people find love on dating apps, but once they get connected with somebody, they don't go back to check if this person actually took their profile down, you know, or if they're still communicating with other women. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this guy, like, literally, like, this was his thing. He continued to meet women. But I'm going to tell you, it's one thing for him to... Go ahead.
We deleted the app together. You know, we deleted the app together when we became official. No, I didn't have the need. I didn't feel the need to go and see if he was on any other apps at that point, you know? So it's a lot of things that I missed that I would look back at it now and I'm like, dang.
Give us your, just as quickly as you can, because we want to open the phone lines up to everybody. Give us the things that you wish you would have done that you didn't do.
Nothing I could have done differently. It was supposed to I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. It's nothing that I could have done differently. I was supposed to fall in love that hard. I was supposed to believe the lies. I was supposed to be right where I'm at right now. Everything happens for a reason. I did not expect any of this to happen. This is people looking at this, but this is my real life. This really happened to me. This man was turning into my best friend. I really spoke to this man every single day, even when I wasn't with him. And now I have nothing. So for 5 months, people say always over 5 months. I spoke to this man every single day for 5 months. We gave each other each flowers.
Okay, here's a question for you. I should have asked you this earlier. You say you spoke to him every day. Was it set times that you spoke to him? Did his phone go off after a certain hour?
No, no.
You're telling me you hit a man who was living with another woman and you were able to get through to him at all times of day and night?
And not when he's working. I'm not bothering
No,
him.
I'm talking about when he's not working. When he's not working.
We went to sleep on FaceTime sometimes at nighttime together.
Where the hell? Where's his wife in this? I'm so good. It's not even about you. I'm thinking about her.
I understand, and this is still fresh. This is only a week, and yes, I am opening up about it, and I'm so happy you guys have me. But I'm crying. These are not sad tears for the situation anymore. These are happy tears that I'm out of that situation. But this is bringing back a lot. This is my real life, guys. I'm not trying to be crying on this live anymore. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up because I feel like I'm getting really emotional. I'm getting really emotional because no, I did not see the flags. No, yes, I opened up my heart and fell in love. Yes, I am an example of we have to do more research. We have to do those things. We have to take accountability for our things that our intuition. Yes, I can say that. All of that now. I can look back at it now and say, but remember, and people don't, because I'm an anomaly. Let me tell you this. Because I wasn't sleeping with this man right away. So I was an easy target. I have my own house. I have my own. So no, you wasn't sleeping next to me when we first was in this relationship. No, it wasn't just, oh, every night you sleeping next. No, we were FaceTime. We were building. We were learning each other. We were opening up. I was going on these trips with you. I was doing all of that. I was trying to build. My mom was in town. My mother comes in town. She stayed for a month. It was easy. My mother's there for a month, so you know you're not going to be laying next to me then. His mother was supposedly in town for him. You know what I'm saying? So he knew how to maneuver. He maneuvered. He did a really good job. So
Hey,
kudos
Benita.
to that man. Kudos.
But Benita, I don't know if you're reading the comments, but what I will tell you is my I can't speak for Rich, but my train the questions I'm asking you have nothing to do with you. There is another one. I know you can only focus on you because you're hurt. But there is a whole hear me out. I heard you. I heard everything you said. Now stay quiet. There is a whole other woman in this that missed every sign under the sun. You're saying I FaceTime this man to sleep. You're saying when we slept. So I'm trying, when I'm asking you questions, there is somebody sitting at home right now that is missing every sign in the book. And by you sharing your perspective, your vantage point can help them turn and be like, yo, maybe I've been too relaxed. So when I'm asking these questions, please, I don't know if it's the questions or I don't know if you're reading comments, but we always tell people don't even read the comments. Nobody's coming down on you. It's really, for me, the more I listen to your story, I'm really saying, man, how did he pull this over on somebody he actually lived with? And I can't figure that out as a man. I truly can't, because Rich, you're a man. At some point, you're gonna turn your phone off at night. You're gonna do something.
We don't know the other relationship with the other woman. That's the only thing I can see. Like, I damn near want to have the other lady on here because I gotta understand. Like, I gotta understand. Like, maybe she gonna say, "Yo, I travel. This nigga wasn't traveling. He got the whole travel shit from me. I'm the one that was really doing all the traveling. I'm the one that's going to do these houses and going and doing all. This is my business. This nigga just fronting. Like, it could be that." And we could just be sitting here acting like this dude is really moving and shaking when really the spare time came as a byproduct of the woman being on the road and actually doing all the work and being that boss.
It's possible.
And then she comes home, and even then, it just seems like to be this homed in for that amount of time, there isn't that much work and there isn't that much anything in the world that would have allowed somebody to literally live a double life. So either this woman was completely MIA and she was just ignoring everything, or she was the one that was doing all the things that he said he was doing, and all the traveling and all the other stuff, and that man was sitting there right there telling you he's gonna go move somewhere, shake something, and was hiding in the house across the street.
Yo,
I can't call it. I can't call it because this shit is so elaborate. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Just how I was lax. I started becoming lax after a while and trusting that he was doing his business. So imagine being with somebody for that many years. You do start become you trustworthy. You know he's going on those trips. I've been on those trips with him and seeing him do the business, so I know I know what he's doing because I see him in and out. So maybe she did when he's making these trips. She become lax because she know he's working. Babe, you know I'm working. He's going in and out. He's going in and out, talking to people on a constant basis. He let me see that world. So when he say, babe, I'm gonna call you back, I'm working, I'll be like, okay, babe, no problem. You get what I'm saying? So imagine years of that. If I was able to start becoming lax and being comfortable with it, I could just imagine she probably felt the same way.
I don't know how you go to sleep on Facebook, unless he was quote unquote away when he was doing that. Listen, I live with a woman, and that woman's intuition is real. Like let me sleep the wrong way one night. I'm gonna hear about it. Like women, they know, like when they know their man is the only thing I'm saying. And I could talk all that. I'm traveling and this, that, and the third. There is a routine that we have. We have a routine.
She knew, she felt it too. Because remember when I pulled up and I said, hi, my name is Benita? And she said, you're Bond. So the same way you had them tingling, it probably clicked to her too. Like, I've been seeing this Bond texting. I've been seeing this Bond. Who knows? Who knows?
Well,
I mean, we sitting here trying to figure out the riddle to this space, and it ain't no figuring this out. Like, I really, for real, if you could get me that man, I want to meet that man. That man right there, that man, he is.
Have a ball. Y'all can have a ball, meet him.
That is that's some real weirdo shit to even want to maintain that much deceit in your life. Like I get tired just with little shit. I get tired with little shit. Like,
so that's why I'm crying. I'm being honest with you, because at the end of the day, this man was in my presence all the time. This man was. My mother said the same thing. She said this man was in my face, and I said one thing I don't like is a liar. And she was like, you know what I like about him? He looks me in my eyes, and when I asked him a question, he answered them. That's good.
That's your mother?
My mother. And my mother don't like nobody. When it comes down to her daughter, I'm the only child. So my mother is a tough cookie. So when my mother started liking him, I'm like, ooh, I might got one.
That's crazy.
My mother was sick. When my mother was sick, when she came to visit, this man was there cooking for her. Coming and making breakfast for her, make sure she was good when she was there.
Somebody can find this.
I always felt like, and so I felt like also, my thing was, I would do spontaneous stuff. I'm spontaneous, right? So my friends are the same way. I'd be like, let's go get something to eat. Let's go grab something. If I called him like, babe, you in town, let's go do this. He was always there. He was always there. So I'm not thinking there's a wife at home, because I know if I'm the wife, I'm like, oh, where you going? You in town? You just travel. Where the hell you going?
Well, Benita, I don't know if you want to hang around, but I do want to get some other callers in, because part of our show is week over week we open the phone lines up. We love to have you stick around if you don't mind. So, Rich, let's go to some callers. But Benita, I'm gonna tell you something. I love your choice of wording. Would you say something about the light? This is the light. Like you used the word light earlier. Do you know what I'm talking about? What did you say?
I don't know. I said so many. It was my light. How can I be mad?
You said something dope, but it's truth what you said. But anyway, let's go to the callers. Who we got?
What's up, my man? What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
You said my man.
Oh
That's
shit,
a
I'm sorry.
woman.
Oh, I didn't even see you. I saw. What's up, girl?
Terrible.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Thank
Hold
you,
on.
Sean. Yeah, he's terrible. So, to a certain degree, I understand the not knowing part because, to make a long story short, dating a guy, you know, it was his birthday, and we went somewhere. We went out to eat, and we came out, and the car was gone. So he told me that somebody towed the car. You know, in my mind, I wouldn't have thought that the girl whose car it was, I later found out, came and took the car. I had no clue. Like, it wouldn't have dawned on me, oh, maybe a girl came and took it. So I was riding around in this girl's car for a while, and I didn't know that it was his co-workers. You know, she sold him the car. So she didn't actually sell him the car. They were dating, and she was okay with, I don't know what he told her, but she came and took the car, and I was none the wiser. But at some point, I knew that it wasn't just me. And he was kind of clever, but he had them in check, so to speak. So when I came around, it's like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. This is my lady. Y'all know, you know, it was kind of that kind of get up. Later on, I found out, but sometimes you just don't know when you meet somebody who taps into all those places. However, I didn't give myself enough time to know who he was. And that's where I went wrong, me, in that situation. I knew he had a past life that was rough. You know, he told me he wanted to, you know, start doing things the right way because of, you know, him meeting me, so to speak. And, but at some point I knew, and I thought, because I'm Tasha, he's going to do everything he said he was going to do, despite the fact that he wasn't actually doing it then. He was making a decision to do it because we were together. And even when we were together, he still wasn't making those changes. But at some point I knew, and I had to take responsibility for the fact that I decided to stay in the hope that things would be different. But even when the girls would send, you know, pictures of their breasts, and, you know, they would send him girly pictures. But this is the thing. When he know a lot of people, I know 10 people. So when they saw me, they know, when they see me, they know him. So either you better get it together, take him out the back door, whatever the situation is. And I don't know that many people, but since he does, they know who I am. So it was a little different. And even to this day, they still tell me, oh, I saw him with such and such. To this day, and we haven't been together in years. So speaking for me, at some point I knew, and I just said, you know what? It's going to be different. He's not going to continue to be this same kind of man, because me back then, he needs me to be the man that he's going to be. Like, I thought my presence, and we did make a decision to do some things to live this life. But at some point I knew that's not the life he wanted to live. And I had a choice to make. And I stayed for a long while when I knew I should have left, because the signs were there. He would give me his phone. And when he made a decision he wanted a family, he would give me his phone. Hey, look in it. And I would look in it and be like, you're not ready. I still see teddy pictures. What you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew. So, you know, it does happen. When the girl took the car, I had no clue that the girl came and took the car. And I have been riding around in somebody else's vehicle for such a long time, because it was his coworker.
I can see.
So it happens. But at some point, like you said, I don't know it to be women's intuition, but I'm finding out that's what it is, or that gut feeling that we kind of let our lady parts supersede, you know, our better judgment supersede. If I'm honest with myself, I know that to be the case. That's why in any situation, as horrible as that situation turned out to be, I understood at some point the first smack, the first whatever was you supposed to go ahead, you know. So I knew at some point. So I don't blame anybody. It's just a learning lesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
In any relationship, I played a part in it. Doesn't have to be a bad part, but I played a part in it in some way, because I didn't pay attention, because I'm smart enough to know. But I don't want to know because it feels good and it looks good. And hopefully my ego is not in play. Because if my ego is in play, I'm gonna go along with it so I don't look stupid. You gonna look stupid. So we gotta have honest conversations with ourselves, despite how horrendous the situation may have been or could have been. We gotta be honest with ourselves, because I don't blame him for our relationship dissolving, because I wanted him to be the man that I wanted him to be. I didn't accept him for who he was. He wasn't a family man. He was a ladies' man. That's who he was when I met him. Although he said he wanted to be somebody different, his actions didn't show it. And then I didn't mind, because in time, we will get there together. But that wasn't the reality. It's what I wanted him to be. He was a street nigga. I wanted him to go to work. Eventually, he did that. He just didn't do it with me. You know, because he was tired.
Hold on. Because you know we started, the call is late, so I want to get in as many as we can.
All right,
and
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry to interject. You know I love you. Harlem's
you.
on.
And thank you, because Rich act like he gonna call me Dougie Fresh. Bye.
Later, girl.
Later, Harlem. All right. Tay Robinson. I'm letting y'all know, y'all get on here with nonsense, I'm deleting you. I'm not deleting you, but I'm Xing you out. So Tay Robinson, are you in the room? Tay Robinson.
Good evening.
No. Hey.
I'm sorry to hear that happened to you.
Let's get to,
I'm listening.
let's try to get this Wi-Fi
I'm sorry.
together, beloved. We hear you, but you're delayed.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me now? Better?
No.
Bad.
Now we might have to try this again. Try again.
Okay.
Hey, get that Wi-Fi together, beloved.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's try it. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so I heard a bit of what you were sharing, and first let me jump in and say I'm sorry for the loss, because what we don't realize is those type of expectations can generate the grief process. So I'm sorry for that. The young lady that was just up was telling acknowledge is that a lot of times when people are giving us things that we need, flag.
Brett, we can't hear.
It wasn't necessarily that.
That Wi-Fi is bad. You got to turn your try call us right back with that better Wi-Fi.
Let's see that.
Please.
Sean, stop being rude.
How about that?
No, you come on, man.
No,
it's
stop
you
being rude.
irritating.
That lady was trying her best. If I bang on it, then you mad at me for that.
No, can I say something before you let somebody else in?
No, I already.
Let's just go through the rules, okay? This is something we do. Lord Jesus.
I had already pushed it.
Okay, who we got?
Hi, Queen.
Hi. So,
you gotta turn some
hi,
mics on,
hi,
man.
Queen.
I know
I'm
you're trying to
Dr.
set a mood or something.
Harvan.
You gotta turn the mic on.
Me, you know what? I'm in my car, so I'm sorry. Should I just leave?
No.
Should I
We
leave
hear
then?
you
I'm
just
sorry.
fine.
I don't want to.
You got a Jeep, Jeep girl.
Okay. I noticed you were in a Jeep too. So I'm Dr. Aletha Harvan. Hi everyone
Been in the
on
comments
the panel.
for the
Hi
last 2
everyone in the
hours.
audience. I know I've had a lot to say. I just want to say I'm really sorry about what happened to you. Definitely. I've been there before where I've been lied to as well. So I can totally empathize with you when it comes to that. I think, part of what I was writing in the comments section was more about just accountability all around. And I'm saying this because I actually care about you. I want you to heal. At the end of the day, I want you to really move past this man, because it sounds like he has a web of lies. And again, I'm sorry this happened to you, but I hope you are seeking counseling or seeking some sort of therapy to handle the situation so that you can live your healthiest life.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I was already in therapy. I was already in therapy. I was already
Yeah.
in the process of healing, and I was in a place of just just seeking therapy, because I feel like that is one, as Black people, that's mental health is serious. And so my biggest thing was just being. I was in therapy more so of working a regular job, still pursuing my dream, still doing music, and I just needed something to make it all make sense. The sacrifices that I did make in love, all of those things. So I will continue to seek it. I probably will seek it even more now. I probably have to look into getting another therapist as well, because I'm here and I'm smiling because I'm strong, and I was raised by a beautiful, strong woman. So this is not easy. This is not easy. I did not expect to go viral on this. You know what I mean? And it's a whirlwind. It's really fast. And in the midst of me being out here and everybody judging and or giving their opinion, this is still real life. This is my life.
Is still your real life. And there's something that you said, and it's kind of been mentioned, I think, by both, Sean and Rich, and then some other audience members. Our intuition, we totally have to listen to it. And I understand how you got caught up in what was going on with him, especially because he was really pursuing you really hard. So I've been there before, where you just keep getting pursued and you're like, why don't I give this person a chance? And let me just see what happens. But our intuition really is important. I've learned that over the years, just to really listen to it. But I'm so glad that you are in therapy and you're seeking assistance with what happened. So I'm going to keep you in my prayers, because it was hard to hear the situation
Thank
that
you.
was going on.
Doc, I thought you was going to come in here with some real, like, Dr. Ish type.
Well, I could, but I know you're trying to get a lot of people on right now.
You have a
But
good
thank
evening,
you.
girl.
Okay, bye.
I remember what you said now. I said my story is light. My story is light. The stories that I've been hearing have been way worse situations. People are baffled, like, how can I do this? I have stories of women who lived and slept next to a man and lived with him, and he had a whole nother wife. So my story is light compared to a lot of women, and it's just an example. I was strong enough to be able to tell my story and try to expose him, but even my story is light compared to other women that have encountered this man. So yeah, my story is light compared to a lot of stuff, but I'm happy that it turned out the way it did, and it didn't turn another way.
Well, let's say
I
this.
love that.
Light is relative, because this shit is not light. But I would
I'm light.
imagine,
My light.
compared to Jeffrey Dahmer, this nigga ain't so bad. But
Hold on, Rich. Rich.
Go ahead, go to the
Do not.
horse.
Do not. Thank you. Okay. What we should have did from the gate. Everybody who is watching and is part of the Boys Club community, the phone lines are now open. Hit the plus button if you want to join the conversation, but we have some basic rules. Number one, you must be in a well-lit location. Number two, you must be willing to show your face. We do not speak to empty screens. Number three, you must have really good Wi-Fi or really good cellular service. And number four, and most important, we do not mind, especially with a story like this, where all of our hearts are it's kind of broken for Benita. All of our hearts go out to her. We don't mind you joining the conversation and giving your thoughts, but you must have a question. We use this part of the conversation to help others. So please have a question. And one last thing I want to add for this particular live only. If you are, because it's nice that women are hitting you, Miss Benita, but I want to do, like, are there any dirtbag dudes who have pulled this off? I want to hear from y'all. Like, I would love to hear how a man can pull off such an elaborate hoax, an elaborate lie, the way, like, what are y'all doing that these women are missing every sign in the book, and you're able to successfully pull this thing off. So if there's any men who are dirtbags and actually want to show their face, please join this live, because I'd love to pick your brain, because I am truly at a loss of words for this situation. But go ahead, Rick.
I had a man tell me reach out. A man reached out to me and said that he had a whole situation. He had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend didn't know after 6 months. And he was honest with her. He wound up leaving his wife for the girlfriend, but he really lied to her for 6 months.
Wow.
You guys. So, I wanted to start off by saying sorry for what happened to you. I sent this story to Prez earlier on in the week, and I said, Prez, you should definitely have this young lady on to tell her story, because I was following, well, I saw it because it went viral, and then I see that you have been posting your healing process day by day, and, you know, just how you're feeling and how you're processing the situation. So shout out to you for, you know, just putting that out there and, you know, documenting your journey for everyone to see. My question is, and maybe this is more, I don't know. The question is this: what does she do for a living? Because maybe she has a job that keeps her away, where he's able to, you know, manipulate the situation the way that he did. Because, you know, being a, you know, like you said, a man in a situation for 21 years, a married for 7, it had to be some type of scenario where she was super busy and not around for him to be able to play to that magnitude. And then there's also the fact that after 21 years, she probably has been through that multiple times. You probably not the first female. And so sometimes women get tired and they stop asking questions like, yeah, well, that's whatever, that's what he does. And she's probably caught him with woman after woman. Like, you're one of many. She's probably been through that a million times in 21 years. So do you know what she does for a living, or did you get to find that out?
I know nothing about this lady.
Jesus. So I mean, being face to face with her, you didn't like, I know it was a lot going on, but
hold on her.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I know that
She
happened
wasn't
after.
thinking about asking that woman no questions.
Well, did that happen right away? She pulled the gun out like off the back, like right away?
No.
So
it was, okay. Imagine you finding out the man you've been with and was supposed to be building with has a wife. I'm not trying to, we're not having a conversation. She's cursing him out. She's screaming at him. I'm screaming, give me an explanation. I'm crying, I'm outside. We're not having a woman-to-woman conversation, especially after she pulled the gun out on him, right, and then turned it around on me. Right. So at that point, he drives off. He's a coward. He drives off. I get back in the car. I don't even know how I made it back to Charlotte, which was an hour and some change away. He was calling my phone, asking me where I was while I was driving. I don't know. My phone, I don't even know where my phone was. I made it there. I made it back to my cousin's house. I did not have a conversation with her. I had no interest in having a conversation with her. At the end of the day, you know, how we look at it is not her fault. The fault is all his. I'm never going to fault the woman. I'm never going to eat it, because just how I was betrayed, she was betrayed 10 times more, because she took vows with this man. This man has we've looked at rings together. This man has the story is so much deeper. So I don't know. I don't have any answers. I don't have any answers for her. I can only pray that one day. But at this point, I'm trying to move on. At this point, I'm trying to make music, hit songs out of this. I can't go back and think about. If you notice, if you've been following my healing process, I have to let this go. I feel like I got PTSD. I do have to seek therapy, because I'm having nightmares and waking up and seeing that day play over and over going in my head. I laughed. It was funny because I was watching the movie yesterday with my mom, and I was laughing because I was like, it was like the gun was like, I feel like it was an old Western, the gun was a little 45 gun, you know, this one, and I was laughing because there was a movie we was watching with Monique, and I said, that's the gun! I had to laugh about it, but it's not funny.
That's crazy. All right.
Well, you know, time heals all wounds. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and then he'll be a distant memory. So, you know, just stay strong, stay focused. Shout out to Sean and Rich. Thank y'all for pulling me up.
SB, you're so prophetic.
Thank you, Queen.
All right. R.S. Layla. R.S. Layla. R.S. Layla in the room. All right, moving on. April.
Guys, I've had a good time with you, and thank you. You guys made me laugh. You've made me cry, but I do appreciate y'all for letting me share my story. It is still baffling to me. I'm still trying to figure it out. But thank you so much. I'm gonna head out and try to regroup and try to get my mind back, because it's probably put me back a few days. It's probably put me back to day 3 or something in the healing process. But I do appreciate y'all.
All right, Mama.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, girl.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, and I'm sure I speak for everybody who's been on this live tonight. Like we understand the strength and the courage that it takes to come on and put your story out here so nakedly. So thank you. Even if you don't realize the good you're doing, I promise you're doing so much good by just sharing. So
yeah,
keep it up.
Bigger than me. It's bigger than me. At this point, it's bigger than me. This is a mission, and it's gonna be naysayers. They talked about everybody. They talk about everything, but my story is real, and it just put it on Front Street for you to see the blessings that's gonna come from this. I always knew that I was gonna be healing to someone. I always knew that my voice was gonna be healing. I just didn't know how. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. So yes, I've been grinding. I've been putting music out there, and it's gonna continue to stop. That's not gonna stop me. That's not gonna stop anything that I have going on. It's just going to be more. My intuition is gonna be high. I'm gonna tap more into my power and pay attention to things a little bit more. That's it. So.
Well, we're here, girl. We'd love to have you back.
All right,
have a good one. Oh yeah, y'all see me back. Have a good one.
All right,
Later, girl. Thank you. Who else we got?
Shit. Sarah Irie, I think.
Again, this show will be up tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music. It will also be on YouTube. So check it out there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Official Boys Club, just type in Sean Prez, Rich Dollars, and it will come right up. Please subscribe to it. And if you love our show, we have a year's worth of content, a year's worth of shows on our YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out.
We're pushing the button. Somebody coming in? Yeah. Hello.
I would love to hear from a guy. I would love to hear if there's any men in this live right now that, and maybe in your former life you were, a liar, a cheater, a narcissist, and you pulled something like this. I would love to hear your story. Real talk.
I saw Trill in the comments earlier. I don't know where he at though. Somebody, is she coming in?
No, I don't see anybody.
Anita Lawrence is next. Anita Lawrence. I don't push about 10 things. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Here we go. Oh.
Y'all miss me?
What's up, Miss Anita?
Hi, baby.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good, babe. Rich, don't be looking like that, please.
Hey, Nita.
You know you miss me.
I did.
Okay. All right. I'm calling bullshit. I just am. I'm sorry all of that happened to her, if that's what, what really happened. But I call it ignoring the signs. Okay? That's what I call it. There are, and maybe because I'm older, 64 years old, and I understand, these things, but you can turn all you want, Rich.
I'm just Anita, it has nothing to do with you. Can I get comfortable?
Robinson haircut.
Can I get comfortable in my house?
All right. Sean, with your shady, but I see you looking. All I'm saying is, I'm calling it ignoring the signs, because there's always signs. I dated a guy when I was in my 20s. Okay, I'm 64 now. I dated a guy when I was in my 20s. His name was Eddie. I will never forget.
And 44 years later.
And I'll tell you why. He was like in his 30s, but the only time I could call him, I would call him, but his sister always answered. You know what I mean? And then he would call me like right back or whatever. I found out he was married. I was devastated, but I had dated him. I mean, I'm not saying that this can't happen, but I was in my 20s. You understand what I'm saying? And I found out later he was married. One of his friends, of course, was trying to get with me and told me, you know what I mean? Well, like, Eddie's married. And I was like, no, he's not. He was like, yes, he is. But he was married. But again, I was in my 20s. So these things can happen. But I'm wondering.
So you don't believe Benita, because that's where I feel like you headed with this.
I'm not saying I don't believe Benita, because my name is Anita. I'm not saying that I don't believe Benita. I'm just saying that a lot of times we ignore the signs as women because we want things to be true, and we want to be in a relationship, and we want someone to love us, and we want to love them, and we want to love the people that we love that doesn't necessarily love us back. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So we ignore the signs. We ignore the signs.
That was prophetic, Anita.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say. I'm not drinking no Ripple tonight.
You will.
But I love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Love you too, Anita. Karen Benjamin. Karen Benjamin, you're up. Hello.
What up? How we pronounce your name? Can you hear us?
My man, hello.
What's good? What's good? What's good, fellas? What's good, man?
Oh, man.
How we pronounce your name?
Hey, Rick. What's good, Rich?
Lord have mercy.
Yo, I'll be fucking with you, bro. What's good, though?
What's
good, bro?
What's your name, bro?
I'll be in jail. What's up, Rich Dollar? What's good, bro?
You in jail?
I'm home, bro. I'll be in jail off you, bro. You be getting mad. Stop letting people get to your heart, bro. Stop doing that, bro. You heard? Stop letting people get you out of character. I do that shit to fuck with you to see how you respond. You heard?
Oh man, what is you talking about? We trying to do it live. We just had a whole
doing it live.
here.
What's good? We doing it live. What's good though, bro? How you been, bro? How you been?
My nigga, are you kidding me? Yeah. Tariq. No, nobody coming in.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's Trell. Okay, here's Trell.
Gentlemen,
Trell,
the
what up?
boys come. We're here. It took me 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm back, yo. All right, so with Bonita Applebon, okay? Bond, as he called her in his phone. Women, here's the thing. I'm gonna answer for what people want to know from a male's perspective. Okay, predators. Dudes sometimes can tell when a woman is just so into him that she'll go for anything. Super gullible. Now, when I'm saying all this stuff, please don't make it seem as if I'm blaming her. I'm not blaming her. Y'all wanted to know what kind of guy can do this. A very charismatic man. Like some of the most heinous dudes in history had charisma out the yin yang. You know what I mean? And you just be crafty. People that commit crimes on a regular basis, they're crafty.
Do you believe her, Trell?
Do I believe her? Absolutely not. Not full.
So why are we beating around the bush now?
Not full because they wanted the perspective. All right, so here we go. My question to her would have been, what caused you to want to share locations? I've been in relationships. I would never share location at the beginning stages. For what? That means that there's been some type of doubt or of infidelity or trust issue that occurred. Red flag, skedaddle. But you may want love that bad that you're willing to stay through that. That's not good. So I wanted her to elaborate on that. And then she said she was already in therapy. You better change that therapist.
Yo.
Just saying. But, I mean, but on the realness, she got to change the therapist because she's a new version of Bonita. If the story is true, she's a new version of herself. I mean, the therapist, come on, get out of here. But yeah, man, interesting. Y'all had her on for a minute. There were some holes because she made it seem like when she showed up to the door, like the wife had a strap on her already. Come on, like all that didn't happen in 30 seconds.
Trell, you are on this live right now essentially saying you don't believe Bonita.
I'm saying I don't believe her, the whole story. I don't believe the whole story. There's way more to it. That's why I'm like, man, where's the dude at? You never mentioned the dude's name. He's out there. He got social media. Why he not telling his side of the story? Dude can make bread off of that. Where is he? If this dude he could write a book, How to Have a Wife and a Girlfriend. And
he could probably
dudes would actually buy the book. They will listen. Come on, man. The dude, if he was trying to be TikTok famous or whatever famous, he would be out here telling his side of the story.
So let's find him.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's find him. You know the women be in like FBI type stats.
Of course.
Let's find them. Like, yo, if you mess with the official boys club, your job is to find this mystery guy.
Yo, goodbye, Trell.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll be easy.
I'm gonna keep it 100. The story was crazy. I'm just having a hard time grasping it all. Like, we couldn't have had her on longer. She couldn't have said more. She couldn't have explained more. But this shit is just so crazy. Now, I don't want to cast those aspersions and nothing. I 100% believe Bonita what she said. But that shit, come on, Sean. Like, the level of which this dude moved, the level of manipulation, the level of, like, even when even when Anita came on, even when Miss Lawrence came on, and she said, yo, she was messing with a dude, and the dude's friends was like, yo, you know he married. He wanted to holler, so you know he married, right? Like, there was none of that. There was none of that. And all these people, the children and the people in the outside and the people that he worked with and the people in the neighborhood, like, there was none of that. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Sarah Marie. Nobody coming in?
Mm-mm.
All right, so we getting ready to wrap this. Miss Layla, because I'm hitting the buttons and it seems nobody. I'm just gonna go down the line. Ocean Spring, April. All right, next. Monique Thomas, Pure Neek. She coming in?
Nope. I wonder is Instagram bugging out? Because it's done this before where I mean, this is a lot of people not to be responding.
I'm just going down the line. I'm just going, literally.
Just go down the line.
Clicking the button.
Just go down the line. If not, we end it here.
All right. Instagram might be bugging.
Yeah, it could be Instagram.
I had like 7 people.
Okay. I mean, you know, if you want to keep going down the line, we will. If anybody's trying to get in the conversation, now's the time. If not, then we sign off and we catch everybody. I mean, this has been one heck of a show. So I don't want to end it on aggravating, waiting around for people to jump in. So if people are not jumping in, or if Instagram is is bugging, then so be it.
If you want to come into the conversation, you got 1 more minute to answer. We've got a bunch of questions. I didn't even know that this existed.
It's questions?
Yeah, people have questions.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they could do
You
that.
knew that?
Yeah.
I'm looking at them right now. Okay.
It is. What's up, Rich?
What's up, man?
I was just listening.
What's your name, bro?
It's Richard.
Okay. Where you calling in from?
Philly.
All right.
Okay.
What up, Rich?
All right. I just got in the tail end of what y'all was talking about, and like y'all wanted somebody to talk about somebody being narcissistic and all that. I used to be like that. I just got married. This is my wife right here. I just got married or whatever. Before I was with my wife, I was a bad man, yo. I used to sleep around. I used to do a whole lot. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't always like that. But from seeing how these women is when they manipulate you when it comes to money and anything, got me that way. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, find a way, to recognize who was really for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, each of us, men and women, we play games like this. You know what I'm saying? Just to, test each other to see, how we are. I had to test my wife to see if she was really for me. she had to test me to see if she was for really, if I was, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But it took a lot of bad to really recognize who you really want to be with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like through our marriage and girlfriend and boyfriend and all of that. I wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I went all the way where, she trusted me and everything. And out of spite, I thought she was doing something. But, in my mindset, when I'm thinking she did something, I did something. You know what I'm saying? I did something wrong where I thought wrong, So it opened up my mind to be like, to recognize her a little bit more. If y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I think with this woman, you missed the part where the woman came on and was talking about a whole conversation, my nigga. This was a whole different conversation about how this woman was manipulated and this man was leading a double life and had a wife, and she was seeing him and talking to him every day. When we wanted to have somebody to come in and tell us about how we wanted somebody to come in and tell us how he manipulated women to that degree.
Okay.
Like you coming from a different perspective, and I get your perspective, but we're looking for somebody to come in and tell us how she can be manipulated, how a man can manipulate a woman under these circumstances. Be in her face, be on her phone, take her places, hang around with her, show her act like you really love her, but have a whole nother wife.
On stuff like that, Rich, for a woman, for a man to do something like that, he got to really get to see how she really is. You know what I'm saying? He got to play the third, like the fly on the wall, basically, to see how she really is, to play how to go around her to do that type stuff, or do whatever he wants to her like that.
So you saying he sat in the cut and watched and figured out how to manipulate her. So basically look at her weaknesses.
It couldn't have just not been him himself. It could have been others that he could have been talking to that can communicate on how she is, or he could have been looking up stuff on her.
Maybe.
As a man, we play that role too. As I can go back to that. Some of us men, we can really go out, be like some of these females, to look on their Facebooks or Instagrams or family members and see who they are, how they are. You know what I'm saying? And then we can be like, all right, and play our role. You want to play that role how you are, I'm gonna play that role until, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Cause just to fill you out, you already got me the leeway to fill you out. All right, I already got to know your mom and all of them. You know what I'm saying? I already know, and then it's a bad thing if if that person you with know your friends.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man.
Your friends could be your back, back stabbing you on your back about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know who your partner is unless you really, figure them out like that.
Right.
For them to play you like that. So at the end of the day, I understand. Like I said, I only came in at the tail end. You know what I'm saying? So I understand half of the things that you are saying. So, on my that's from my perspective. Like, look on you got to look at the end, because who worked around that for that to happen to her?
Nah, we appreciate your perspective, my brother. You be good. Thanks for calling in.
Stay blessed, y'all.
Yeah.
You try to do one more.
Please, I can't end it that way. But if not, then we keep it moving.
So this person literally just came in. No?
There we go. Hello.
Okay.
Who we got?
Hold on, guys. I gotta turn my camera around. Hey, what's going on? All right, so I'm gonna make this sweet, short, and brief. Now, women.
Hold
I'm 44.
Hold on.
I've been through it all.
What's your name?
Letitia. Letitia.
You're coming from where, Letitia?
Virginia now. I live here now.
Okay. Please have something of quality to say.
Of course, else I wouldn't have chimed
begging
in.
you.
So
I'm
listen,
begging
I
you.
watched it. I watched the whole scene play out on YouTube. I try to hear her out. I understand. Here's my thing. I'm gonna make it sweet, short, and brief. We're women. We are better than FBI agents. Period. Point blank. We are way better than FBI agents, especially if it's a long distance. I'm gonna investigate. If anything looks suspect, I'm gonna investigate. If I feel some kind of way, I'm gonna go off of that. I just believe it's his side, her side, and the truth. Not saying she lying, but there is some missing parts to this entire story. I would love to hear it because it is. I mean, you guys know. Y'all know. You gotta know. It's some parts missing here. Just be honest, fill us in. Somebody played their part, they went along with it, and possibly she felt like she could have been the main one. I'm just saying.
Do you believe the story?
I believe majority of the story. I just feel like she left some parts out. I feel like she wanted to be the main one.
So you think
based off of,
you think all this right here revolves around her wanting to be the main one? All this whole elaborate, this whole 2-hour plus Instagram live conversation was all predicated on her wanting to be the main one. So she knew that that man was married.
She might not have known that he was married specifically, but I feel like she knew it was somebody else. If you go and watch her YouTube, and when she's recording saying, okay, I'm going to see my cousin, and then after that, I'm going to see my dude, he lives an hour and a half away. I just feel like she stopped recording at a certain point. Not only that, if you watch her YouTube live, she's saying, and she has his face up there. She never said his name, but she has his face up there. If anybody knows or recognize him, you know, hit me up, DM me. So right there, you knew something. Who's going to get on a live with their dude and say, if you recognize him or if you know anything about him, please hit me up, DM me. So right there, it's some missing parts. Like I said, it's his side, it's her side, and it's the truth.
Familiar with this story before it went viral this last week?
Yeah, and I didn't even know that it was going to go this far, but I watched it.
See? Okay. All right. So now it's starting to see.
It's definitely some missing parts. Come on, I'm 44. I've been here on this planet as long as you just know. You just know some things. You just know. You understand? Like, okay, for instance, I was seeing a guy, and yeah, we would FaceTime. You know, we would talk. We had a regular routine. But he also knew my regular routine. He knew at a certain time I go to work, or when I get off of work in the morning, you know, he'll call me and he know I'm asleep at certain times. So he got into my routine, and he would know how to maneuver around my routine to make it look as though he's not doing anything, because he knows my routine. He knows I work overnight. He knows he can talk to me from this time to this time, so he can do this and that and the third from this time to that time. And me not suspect anything because I'm probably tired from work, I'm sleeping, I have a set routine. So when you get to learn that next person's routine from, you know, when you're dating them, then you know how to play around that.
Got you. See?
So she had an inkling. We are women. We have a uterus. We vibe out on everything. We feel and know a lot of things, even though we might not see it right away. But she knew something. She knew something. So she kind of, to me, it came off, yeah, she was looking for love. She wanted to date. That's all well and good. But you had an inkling. You knew something. Can't say she knew he was married, but she knew it was somebody else.
All right.
He learned her routine. She just didn't really pay attention to his or really cared, because she was looking for what she was looking for. She wanted what she wanted, and he wanted what he wanted. And they probably both got it.
This is the thing. This is the thing. And I'll say this, and we can end it on this. This will be the last call. It's 10 o'clock. But after this whole conversation, I still don't know what this nigga had to gain. I still don't know what was the end game. This is what's throwing me. And the more I'm talking and the more I'm talking through this whole thing, it's starting to throw me and it's starting to bother me. Because now you're telling me that this shit was on YouTube. Like this is a whole thing. Like this whole situation, from what it appears to be, what me and Sean just thought it was a girl who did a TikTok, and all of a sudden she went viral because she told this heart-wrenching story that everybody wanted to hear. Now you're telling me that this story was on YouTube and this whole shit led up to this. Like this whole
You know what? Salutes to her. I hope she does great with her music after this.
See, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. And then it was like the little things. And listen, I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to act like I don't believe somebody who came on here. You speak your truth. You say what you say. And the reality is, fuck me, whether I believe you or not. This is your truth. And if you live in your truth, then that's so be it. But now with SB saying she followed it, and now you calling me and say, yo, I followed this story. I knew about this before it hit the blogs. This is something that she's been doing for a minute now.
She had an inkling. If you go and you watch it, you could tell she had an inkling of something. Obviously, she knew.
No, fuck an inkling of something.
Fact. I'm just trying to, like, you know.
Something. I want to know if this shit is real. Because to me, it's unbelievable. But unbelievable things happen to me, happen every day. So I would never thought that Jeffrey Dahmer would have lured 100 motherfucking grown-ass men to his house.
Okay, guys, can we be honest? Can we honestly be honest about something right now? Right now, I'm gonna call y'all out on it. I'm sorry, y'all dudes, y'all been around the track, you know. So y'all know, y'all played. A woman gonna call you out on something that she feel like is something else going on with another woman. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you don't. I mean, and I'm not downgrading anything she went through or experienced. I'm really not. I've been there, done that. But men, y'all been through it where y'all know a woman knows when y'all doing something else or when y'all seeing somebody else. We know. We pick up on that. So I'm gonna find out eventually. I'm going to find a way to find out that, whether that's going through your phone, anything. Yeah, even as a woman, I've changed dude names in my phone and put it under a girl name. But it's still ways you have that feeling and you just know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
How many times y'all dealt with chicks that knew y'all was doing something else? They didn't visually see you doing it, but they had an idea and they eventually might have found out, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I don't know. I might have to hit Benita offline and be like, yo, mom, is this about some music and some Insta fame? Because this is like, yo, for real, Sean, like you smiling, but my nigga, we just sat here for an hour and a half and I'm just sitting here and I'm just in my mind, I'm like, yo, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. But this shit just is so.
No, what you could have done was you could have actually, to get more out of her, to pull more out of her. It was some questions that I'm sure all of us had that maybe y'all could have thrown at her with. And I know she was emotional. I get it. Because in a sense, she's still hurt. She still caught feelings for him. I get all of that. But there is some missing parts that was definitely left out.
All right. Okay. All right. We're going to let this go. All right, mama.
Good night, fellas.
Yo, bro. Yo, I don't know. You seem like you believe it and you good with it. If you good with it, I'm good with it. I'm just saying.
No, I don't. What I'm not going to do is this, Rich. We had this woman on here for an hour, right? I ain't going to wait till she get off to slam her. I'm not going to wait till she get off to express doubt in her story. Now, what I did, what Sean did, I picked that story apart every way from Sunday while she was on this live. And she came up with in whether I believed her, I didn't believe her, I gave common sense questions, and she answered me back, right? Whether I believed it or not, I did it. But what I don't want us to do, or even the crowd to do at this point, yo, y'all had your chance. She was in here. That was the time to jump in here and say whatever any of us had to say. And that's as real as I can put it.
That's true.
To me, now ain't that time. So whatever wasn't said, everybody can leave this live feeling however they want to leave it. Huh?
I'm gonna hit her up after this, and I'm gonna ask her if she want to come back on. But she probably ain't, and I wouldn't, because yo, listen, like I said, I don't not believe her. I don't not believe her. Like you said, we sat here, and I listened, and every time you asked her a question, and I said, here we go, she had a response. But what we didn't have, and I will say this, what we didn't have, what I was under the impression that this was just the random story. It was the random story that a woman went on TikTok and told her truth, and the shit went viral, and all the blogs picked it up.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
No, that's not what the woman that just left said. She said
the woman, you know how people grab stuff from what you call it, social media, and they put it on YouTube. But this story played out on TikTok.
Right in front. So what we know is there was nothing previous to this that led up to this and all of that.
Well, I mean, listen to her own words.
She had to do it.
She said she was trying to build a whole black love thing, this, that, and the third.
Okay,
yeah.
She did say that.
Yeah, like
she did say that.
No matter how we feel, like I said, I don't want to use this time, you know, to pick a story apart. Like that ain't what we do. That ain't what real dudes do. So best of luck to her. I would love to have her back, and then we could ask more questions. But anything that I could think of in real time, I was hitting her with it. It's up to the crowd, and it's up to us to take her at her word or not.
And I take her at her word. If she was in here, she sat in here, and she told her story. So that's good enough for me.
Yeah, we can leave it there. I mean, you know, some people would never, but I would love. Here's the deal.
She's crazy though.
Y'all know this story. I would love to get this dude on. His spot is blown up anyway. He ain't got nothing to hide no more. Tell him we want him on the boys club. I would love to get that. I would love to get him on. Real talk.
There's people in this room right now. So if y'all can go back and send me and Sean a correspondence, a picture from her old Instagram or her TikToks or whatever with him and her on there, or her and him, or whatever the case may be. Send us a picture of this dude. Send us so we see his name or something. We would love to have him on the show. We would love to have this, because he's who I really want to speak to. Because this is the most manipulating social.
Nah, but I'm gonna end it. We gonna end it here. Here's the only thing that Sean, and I told her to her face, so I'm not speaking behind her back. I just don't know no woman. I don't know a man. Like it's definitely not a woman. I don't know no woman that can have that level of deceit going on. That whether it was from her, she's the other woman. Benita's the other woman. Mm-hmm. So let's take her out the equation. I don't know how a woman can sleep next to her man every night. I don't care if this nigga travel for work or not. I don't know what she could work nights. She could do all the stuff that he claims he did, like you said, right? But there ain't nowhere in the world you could tell me a woman has been around this man for 20 years. They got a 20-year-old son, and you don't feel it. You don't. Nah, it don't work like that. And that's the part. And I told her, let's say she was completely fooled, which I don't believe, because I do believe there's intuition, but I don't want to. He could have showed her anything, Rich. But the woman he
she met everybody.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that's possible. Let me go around my girls. Let me go around my girls' family members. Let me go around my family members. Like real talk, and bring somebody else. Somebody's going like maybe my cousin ain't gonna say nothing, but his wife is gonna be like, yo, who's that with Sean? Like I don't know how
it isn't verbal. Even if it isn't verbal, hey, who are you?
Correct.
Do you know there's gonna be an energy in the room that's gonna make you be like, yo, I'm not wanted here.
Yeah, but that's why again, let's leave it where it's at. I thank her for calling in, and all we can do is take her at her word, and but I'm not even speaking about her. I'm speaking about his wife for 20 years, or the woman he's been with for 20 years. I don't know how, like if Benita missed the signs, I don't know how that woman missed the sign. Ain't nobody that good. Nobody on play like Rich. You've been out there for a long time. Niggas know your history. I'm sure you would have to be Harry Houdini to pull this out over on somebody. There is no woman. Let me ask you this, and I'm sure you're not innocent, but I'm sure you haven't been faithful to every woman. But have you ever been this freaking blatantly disgusting, even a fraction of this, without somebody questioning you and being like, yo, I just don't even know how this is possible. I don't.
The level that this dude is at, Sean, and nigga, I can't fathom. Okay, so let me apologize to Benita, because it's not about you, sis. It's about me. I can't fathom this shit. I have done 100 levels below this and been questioned to the highest level.
That's my point. That's my point. You don't even have to do a fraction of this. Like this was so far gone. If you do a fraction of this, you're gonna be questioned. You're gonna be up at night. Your girl is not going. She gonna wake you up at 4 in the morning because she been thinking all night, or she like, we gotta talk now. Like nigga, I don't know how you can pull this off with a fraction of this behavior. I don't.
It's yeah. I just, like I said, this is a Lifetime movie. I guess I have to sit down.
Here's the deal, Rich.
Huh?
I would love to have Peter Guns in here, but even with Peter, it was known. He didn't pull this off secretly. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Then y'all
like a human being can't pull this off. Like maybe he could. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway,
no. Let me tell you about Peter. The shit that Peter was doing, and when Peter was messing with Amina and was with Tara, I remember it from season 1. Sean, it was so low. It was so much lower. He wouldn't even, like, Peter would go MIA. Like, the flags was there. Like, even with him and his sociopathic ass, the level of shit that Peter was doing, this man is Peter, Stevie, Richie, Kurt, all rolled into one. This nigga got kids. This nigga is taking trips with women. Like, bro, you can't explain away being with somebody and putting them in proximity of so many other people. That's the shit that's crazy. You can't put a mistress in proximity of a bunch of people. That just never plays out well. And this nigga got away with it. Trips, houses, your family, your son.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
to embrace another woman when you know mommy's at home. Mommy, not me and mommy broke up. Mommy, I met his son, his 20-something-year-old son. Mommy is at home. This is a woman that you're still with. How does that even play out? And if you walked around that little man or that grown man and you played like she was a business thing, then she should have caught on to that.
But even again, man, because I don't want to. She's
let's-
not here
let's
to.
not do it.
She ain't here to defend herself. We had her all night, so take her out of it. But I don't know how the son doesn't go home to his mother, because here, nigga, I'm a man just like you a man. It's like I don't care father or not. You're not gonna disrespect my mother. Like, come on, man. You know that, Rich. Like you not gonna I don't know how he could bring another woman around a 20-something-year-old son that is born to your wife, and that son didn't knock his teeth out, or go home and tell his mother, like, yo, this dude is a creep. Like, because at some point, you know, like I do, a nigga will raise up, you become a man. And now, yo, I get you my father, but you disrespecting my mother. And that becomes a thing. So none of this don't sound right, but, and I'm not.
You want to let SB in real quick?
Huh?
You want to let SB in real quick? She back.
No. SB came in and had SB. This was the first week you had a terrible question, and it's 10:15. So Sean Prez gotta eat. So SB, thank you so much for sending me that. Like, real talk, I'm happy you did, but I'm out of here, y'all. Unless you want to keep it going, but I'm jumping off.
Nah. So go ahead. You do your.
Nah, everybody. This will be up next week. Excuse me, this will be up tomorrow. I'm not even thinking straight. It's on all platforms. If you're gonna be at work and you're around your boss, all you gotta do is go to Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music. Just throw your earpod in your ear and you can listen to us while your boss thinks you're working. But if you want to see it, it's gonna be on YouTube tomorrow. So you know, just please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I guess we'll catch you there.
Yo.
I mean, you got the last word.
Once again, y'all, this has been an amazing night. This has been an amazing night. This was an amazing conversation. Thank y'all for logging in. Appreciate y'all. Next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, same bad time, same bad channel. Sean, hit you offline, my friend. We do it again next week.
You good, Ted? One.